Ladies and gentlemen, part two of 5 years later. Is it worth me doing an intro? I don't know. Uh, Jacob Butter. That's right. It's me this time. But we'll bring Aiden back in a second. If you're wondering why I'm wearing a suit, it's because again I was at my graduation ball. I literally just got back and realized this stream was left at like half of a part or something. So here we are. Let's get up for Aiden the Best, who covered for me quite well. Hopefully quite nicely. I haven't actually seen it yet, but we'll see.
Hi, yeah, I covered the first 15-minute long stream. Wait, was it 15 minutes? How long
It was
the
50
stream?
minutes. Yeah, I checked.
Yeah, it was 50 minutes, and we got the first 13 episodes. 13 minutes. That was.
Oh, good. That gives me a bit of an average.
Oh no, yeah, you. I can show you the exact point I stopped. The exact point I stopped was at 13 minutes and 39 seconds. I still
That
watched
won't
it.
help me if I download the video, but thanks anyway.
Yeah,
in the meantime, let's introduce our other guest, the YouTube sensation, Monation.
Oh my gosh, are those her students? I didn't know her students are here.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure I thought at one point one of our students actually did find my channel, but I don't know if that was correct or not. I don't know.
Hello.
Hello.
Dang. My throat hurts.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Hello. What's going on here?
His hair is floofed and he's wearing a suit.
I swoon, I believe, right?
I believe the response should go with his swoon, right? That's what it said in the script you sent me. Okay, fine. There we go, done.
Yeah, my throat's killing me now, dang. Okay.
As we all know, one cannot swoon if their throat is killing them.
It might sound like a man, not gonna lie.
Hey, if you want to do any more voice acting for male characters, hey, now it's the time.
I don't mind if men swoon for me. I'm an ally, for crying out loud.
Exactly. He's equal to opportunity swooner.
There we go.
Swoon.
Good grief.
I'm choking on my own self.
Yeah, while I was walking back, actually, there were these three guys on the roof somewhere, and I stopped there briefly because I had to, my legs were killing me.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But also, they then started asking me oh yeah, where was I from? What have I just been doing? Because obviously it's not often that this part of Liverpool has people walking around in suits, unless they're me. Honestly, I've done it multiple times. And then afterwards they said, oh, well, what did you, if it was a graduation ball, what did you study? I said, drama and creative writing. They said, well, it might sound crazy, but you do have the voice for drama. And I said, that's probably because I'm projecting to talk to you, which I was, because they were on the second floor. So yeah, that's vocalization for you right there.
Also, wait, Josh asked, was anyone with you at the ball? I would assume multiple people are at a ball. I
think what he means is did I take a date to the ball, which I did not.
Yes,
there were definitely other people.
Why did you take a date?
Well,
honestly, I didn't actually arrange one.
Isn't he?
Because the thing is that everyone was gonna. I didn't know who was actually gonna show up.
Yeah. Wait, does that mean you graduate college officially?
That wasn't the threshold. I mean, I officially finished a while ago, actually, after my last submission. I have an actual proper graduation ceremony. This was just a party for.
Oh my gosh! Wait, when's your graduation? My high school graduation is next weekend.
Yeah, mine is actually early July.
Yours is way far off compared to mine, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Well, actually, last time I graduated and I had a ceremony, it actually fell on July 26th. If people have been on my channel for long enough, you know that July 26th is when I celebrate my YouTube anniversary. So I had quite a busy day before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that music video that I recorded, actually, the reason, actually, that Thursday they did the Average Dreamer song, if you remember that one. I'm just an average dreamer, not a savvy or elaborate schemer. That one. That one actually I filmed in 2 different places. Because the idea was that I was just following along like classic Walking Wednesday style almost. Just just rapping to myself, but I had like a software to edit with line. And what happened was in between those times, actually 2 different days. One was in Galway, one was in Liverpool. So I was traveling up for that reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you want to get on to the episode?
Yes. And how long did it last for? Not entirely sure. And also, I'm asking where you've been because you weren't in the other stream. I don't know. They're the person that Aiden tends to invite most to his streams and stuff is.
What?
Josh was asking
Sorry.
where you've been, presumably because you weren't in the part 1.
I was working on lesson plans all night. I legit just finished like 15 minutes ago.
Fair enough.
I am, and I even get, I'm just discouraged. Oh, something. Oh, I will tell you, Jacob.
Yeah.
I made honor roll.
Oh wait, did you say you made honor roll?
Yeah.
You made honor roll. Oh well, congratulations on honor roll for just in general for your for the course you've just done, or the one before. You mean the was
No, I'm like, every semester you get honor roll, like pull out, like you'll have a GPA like 3.6 or above.
Actually, no, I didn't. But congratulations. I was not aware of that
Yeah,
thing. Well,
I got a 3 points. I get a 3.7. I feel happy for just beginning. I could get higher though. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's honor roll.
Hey, it's still really impressive.
Absolutely.
Oh, Pretty Place is here. Hello, Pretty Place.
Hi.
Pretty Place. Did Aiden show your comment that was on the video?
Oh no, I didn't do that.
Oh, okay. So, well, in that case, I'm gonna actually go onto screen share for a second. I was trying to download the video in the meantime, but I will do this quickly because actually, fittingly enough, one of the top comments on this particular video actually belongs to Pretty Plays, or at least from my perspective. That's right here. There you go. This episode made me cry so hard when Aphmal's talking to Aaron. This is so beautifully well ended. Also, I can't believe Aaron's the one who placed the emerald in the boiler. A washer? This series never ceases to amaze me. I think it was the boiler, but yeah.
I don't know what it was. It's supposed to be a boiler. It looked like a washing machine. I think that was a joke. I think that was a joke at one point. It was like washing machine. I don't know.
Maybe that's what child Aaron thought it was, so that it wouldn't tamper with all of the settings in the house or something.
Well, actually, he was doing it in universe to hide it because he thought it was pretty. Because
if you happen to know the thing was a boiler, then chances are you're not gonna just jam a rock into it.
Yes, and then Star World says hello.
Okay, hello.
Also, wait, Jacob, did you forget to like this video?
No, that's
good.
on yes, because look at the thing was like it's filled in. This is Opera GX, so it looks a little bit different. It doesn't go by color; it goes by, I guess, filled in. I don't know if this plush is still available. This particular one might actually be. I think it's like the only piece of Aphmal merch that gets that reoccurs all the time. So it be. I mean, it's downloading for the next 4 minutes. At the risk of the echo, I can actually try and start this off. Might as well. Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. I heard a beep. That means it's BB Butter time.
Yeah.
I just have to be active. I just have to be active.
Why?
Because
okay.
Okay, I've been sick like all day. Well, I mean, okay. Yeah, I've been tired all day as part of it. Right? Well, I also now have these pills that are supposed to make me go to sleep. Now, normally, sleeping stuff doesn't have the right effect on me. But mixing that with my actual sickness, I think it's It's hitting me hard, and I can't just pass out.
I see. Well, hopefully, I don't know.
Hopefully, hopefully all this emotional trauma will keep you awake.
Oh
That's
yeah, I'm
not
sure.
exactly what I was going to say there, but sure.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be really
I mean, trauma keeps me awake sometimes.
exciting. That's right, exciting. Can you tell I'm loopy right now?
Yes.
uh,
I started to
Kitty
comment and
looks
do
so
my.
cute.
Yeah, it does. I started to comment and do my own 4 years later last year. A lot of my comments surprisingly made it onto top comments. I'm glad you guys noticed. I mean, yeah, this is the first time I've seen one of yours. Or then again, I don't tend to scroll down these videos. I tend to just download them and then and then watch them on Restream itself to actually combat the issues I've had with Echo before. But maybe this time it won't actually be so bad. We'll see. And it's the next AFMO episode. This AFMO year episode. It's next AFMO year episode 1 to 5. I don't remember when AFMO's year actually first started. There might be a Phoenix Drop High episode in between those, but
I think we have a next Phoenix Drop High episode, and then we start going to AFMO's year, because I remember with AFMO's year they started coming out in quick succession.
They did,
and
yes.
And I will say
I
am very jealous, because like AFMO is pumping out like 20 to 30-minute long episodes every 2 to 3 days. Like I want that ability. Give me that ability.
Aiden,
yes.
Aiden, it's okay. You realize that you gotta realize that AFMO has probably been doing this for a long time, as well as AFMO has also been, got a team behind her and all the other stuff.
Yeah, I'm just sad about it. I need.
You don't need to be sad about it. You just have to focus on your own stuff.
Well, you also need to. You also need to remember that even though she's posting that much, barely any of that is good content.
Nowadays that is. Back in the day, it was actually.
Yeah, no, we're talking about like when she pumped out this stuff in quick succession.
No, not the no stuff. Her old stuff sucks. I mean, new stuff sucks, not old stuff. My words.
Yeah. You know, one thing that I'm gonna have to do actually is go back and actually finally watch Aphna's playthrough of Spore, since we've actually started doing that now.
Wait, Aphna did a playthrough of Spore?
Yeah, the Athlings.
Pretty much everyone did a playthrough of Spore back in the day. It was a popular game.
Oh yeah, if you ever, people will love the episode we have. It's beautifully cursed.
Yeah, not as much as the first one was that we lost, but it's still quite something. And yeah, we're talking about a thing we recorded for the Butter Bunch, and also MD, you asked about the suit. The suit is because I was at my graduation ball, which is why I missed the first part of this stream. So and now I'm back. It just happens that it wasn't actually finished, so there we go. So yeah, I rushed back. I saw the message from Aiden that was like, okay, let's deal with this then.
You see, Jacob has his priorities.
See, this is something I can pump out in quick succession.
Rain or shine,
this.
fall or not.
Oh yeah,
he will always be there. Even if he's in the hospital, he's streaming from there.
Wow.
Honestly, if I was in hospital, I would probably hand it off to somebody else again. But yeah.
Yes.
I would make sure it got done. I'd be kind of like, I'd be like that one episode where Poirot solved an entire case in like while he was like in bed or something, like he was sick. Anyway.
Anyways, so speaking of the episode, is it done downloading?
Yes, it is.
Hey guys.
Hey guys, Jess here. Welcome to another video. Today I've become an ultra omega princess, and who's hated by my family. I don't know.
I love how that sounds like both a modern Aphmau video and a gacha.
Yeah, pretty much. Her new videos are basically Minecraft, but with the gacha tropes and stuff, with the way it's treated. She took cues from gacha that she parodied.
Well, actually, gacha took cues from Aphmau, actually, so it weirdly comes full circle.
Yes.
Yeah, but gacha never had good content. Aphmau had good stuff.
Wow.
Wow.
That is in question at times. there are gacha. Gacha is made by majority children
Oh
who
yes.
who don't know, who only like children tend to imitate each other. So that
Yeah.
is why we got a lot of repetitive content.
Speaking of, actually,
But
look at the repetitive comments I've got right now.
yeah, but yes, children tend to repeat each other, tends to like copy each other. So that's why gacha community has a lot of rehash comments. I mean comments, content, and also if it gets popular, they want that same popularity. Gacha's a popularity contest, basically.
Yeah.
The
Popularity contest.
the
Everyone trying to
entire
be
internet
something.
is a
Yeah,
Yeah.
but gacha is
popularity
is a very specific kind.
Yeah, see that's what kind of like drew me to it initially. Like the fact that there's so much like there's infinite potential with this application that just was not being used at the time. It is now, and I'm glad that it is. But when I started, I was like, okay, there needs to be like more like
You want
variety here.
you want to hear my unpopular opinion?
What?
Okay.
I believe when a gacha show crosses over into to like animation, like tweening and such, I don't know. It just tends to feel weird, like
Oh, that's a
a
relief.
little uncanny. It's
I
a
thought you were
little
gonna say something
uncanny.
else. I thought you were gonna say
I
something
don't know
else. That's fine. Yeah.
what do you think I was gonna say.
Well, because I said, oh, I need some more variety here, like referencing my old gacha content. I thought you were gonna say like, oh yeah, my unpopular opinion, the mutant girl is not that varied. Like I was like, okay, that's what I thought you were gonna say, but okay, fine.
But yeah, I
Positive
feel it's very
animation, yeah.
uncanny. It's very uncanny valley at times when the head turning and stuff. It's just uncanny in a way. The way the mouth move is just weird
You
in
know
a way.
why? You know why that is? Because everyone's starting out with animation as well and trying to actually make that next step.
Yeah, but
It's kind of
Honestly,
like how, yeah,
that's
it's kind
the
of like how like the
go.
it's kind of like how the old mutant girl, like that stuff. Like I was just trying to test out what I had to do at the time, and that's why it's super flimsy because I had no idea what I was doing.
And also that bring a next point that everyone's starting out with animation, but as a result, they're not building themselves up as a storyteller. They're just animating pretty, but not building their skills as a storyteller. And animation takes a long time. So they're gonna be focusing how long on one project that story wise may not be as nice. Animation is pretty, but a plot needs
something?
work.
You know something? This is why we need like a gacha podcast of some description. I think I was gonna start one with Miss Devil at one point, but we never actually got around to arranging that. We're gonna like interview guests and stuff.
I'm down.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. I mean, the channel still exists. We just never did anything with it.
I
We'll
mean,
see.
you can do it maybe on more gacha from Jacob. Maybe like do a gacha podcast there.
It was, but I mean, it was her idea, so I don't really want to take that away
yeah.
necessarily. But yeah. Also,
Oh.
do I wish does the Minecraft cringe mod even exist on Athmar's channel? Absolutely.
What about
No,
an
we
unpopular
we
opinion?
love cringe. We adore cringe. There's nothing more that we adore that watching on YouTube than something that makes us want to shoot ourselves.
Oh, come on, we're gacha creators. We understand cringe.
Yeah, I
Yes.
know. But your point?
Very true. I've been on YouTube for almost 9 years. I've made some cringe before. I know it when I see it.
But also, we can do a gacha unpopular opinion.
That's
Okay,
true,
people-
actually. That wouldn't
Yeah,
even be a podcast. That'd just be a video idea, honestly.
yeah, that's what I said. A video idea, and have some people submit their ones, and we bring in ours. It feels like a good video idea.
Yeah, actually, fair enough. I should put that somewhere like to leave comments and then read them out in a separate one. Actually, yeah, we could all do that. Just like collect them. Anyway, let's actually watch the episode.
I'll
I
make a
looked at the
Reddit
last-
post.
I looked at the last frame that was in here. I think we got up to the point where Sylvana was hugging Aphmau at some
Yeah.
point.
Is Aphmau dead?
No,
I mean,
Aphmau isn't dead.
I'm
No,
still
she's-
waiting for you
no,
guys to
she's-
say yes one day.
no,
You know
look,
what?
look at
Yes,
her. Look at her.
Aphmau
She's,
is dead.
yeah, look at her. She's right there. She's not dead. She's got my eyes. Anyway, was this somewhere here? Like whereabouts?
Oh no, not at all. We're not. We haven't even
Seen Derek in the episode yet.
Aphmau,
okay.
Aphmau and the mom had just
You
started.
gotta go far back. It's closer to the beginning, if anything. It's near. It's at 13 minutes into the video.
It doesn't give me a time.
Oh wait, go. Yeah, all right. You're around here. So we're around here. We'll take it from here. Is that
Okay,
good?
fine. Yeah, we'll start here. Fair enough.
Half-Mao, where are you? Oh. Miha, I was so worried about you.
I brought strawberry puffs just in case.
Not now.
Of course
Oh,
you
yeah.
did, Eric. Of course you did.
Oh, Eric.
Shutting up!
Miha.
Also, I made a comment
Please.
about that. Like, we did watch this bit here, but I made a comment when the whole Eric, where she yelled at Eric, which I did say in this episode. I think Sylvana is a good mom and a good character, but I do feel like that comment yelling at Eric didn't help.
I'm gonna have to be my annoying pedantic self again and say if Eric was able to make the strawberry puffs, that means he must have he lived with Sylvana, so he must have made them in the first place. She would have seen them happen. She would have either smelt them or seen them.
Well, I mean, he's trying to offer. I'm pretty sure the line was meant to be used offering her food, Aphma food, not Sylvana.
Well, yes, but she acts like that was an out of nowhere, out of the blue thing, and so. But she must have known that he was gonna do that. But
yeah.
Besides that, I understand her mental state right now. It's not often we see good Sylvana, so let's embrace it while it's
embrace
I heard something
good
terrible
Sylvana
happened,
before
but I wasn't told what. Just
Aaron
tell me
did.
what happened, please.
It's hard to explain.
Well, you see, just go watch the other 16 episodes, and you'll know exactly what happened.
Yeah, I just skim through the first 12, but yeah, 16 episodes.
It's just...
Miha, please. I can't help if I don't know what's going on.
Okay, Sylvana, let me lay it down for you. This is the climactic fight. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
There's more going on.
I know.
That rap does not encapsulate the whole Emerald Secret, but okay.
I want to do a rap one day that will just summarize the entirety of MyStreet. That's been on my list of projects to do
I
since
feel like
2017.
summarizing MyStreet with a rap would be so hard because when we get into the more
That's why I haven't done it
complicated,
yet.
the more complicated seasons are harder to break down.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, it
That
might be
tends to be what complicated means.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, people, there's actually this rapper called Bordad that actually broke down the entirety of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z in one song, and then Dragon Ball Super in one, and Dragon Ball in a different one. Yeah. Oh, this might be the best season finale, apparently. All right, we'll keep you posted on that.
Miha, you're crying. Please, let me help.
You mean you went to see a boy? I'll kill.
Oh my gosh.
Again, that's why we need character growth, and that's why we've got it.
It's okay. No sweat off your back. Everything's fine. He was male.
Well, that's normally the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
When she freaks out over it being a boy because he was male.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, yeah, of course. I mean, there's no problem here. They're male. I mean, who cares if they're dead?
Oh,
right. Okay, fine. Yeah.
BB, your jokes
Forever.
confuse us sometimes.
But Aaron,
Yeah, the death part wasn't mentioned.
he was there. I was forced to hate him. Stab him. Kill him.
You yeah, well, that's called fan
But
fiction.
he was still there. He came for me. I killed him. And he still saved me.
It's not funny to make boy jokes in emotional moments.
No.
Okay.
No.
Boys
I
walking
do
to a
not
bar.
care.
I'm kidding.
I don't care. I make jokes.
I mean,
Ha
if
ha, Aphna's in pain. Anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you'd like, you can retcon it, make it seem like I said girl. If that makes
I
it
would
feel
say-
better for you.
Just gonna edit the stream and just have you we'll soundbite the word girl coming from your mouth over the top. Anyway, Pretty Play says, I would say this and When Angels Forces Fly are two emotional ones, Emilsika being the leading one. Okay, fair enough. I mean, as far as my favorite season finales go, I think honestly, I think maybe yeah, 2, 3, and 4. I think for me, honestly. for different reasons.
Aaron, he saw that Ian hit me and went berserk. I don't know what happened, but
Actually, forget it. They're all good. I can't rank them in my head. I'm like racking through. Like, did
I
I make
mean,
that properly?
I mean, honestly, I don't know. I'd probably put season 1 on the very low end, just because I thought season 1's finale was kind of meh.
I mean, I like that one too, because for what it was and for what season 1 was, it
Okay,
worked
for
perfectly.
what it was, yes, but compared to the other season finales, it gets blown out of water, even by season 2 standards.
I
Like,
mean,
season
it gives the fans exactly what they wanted, you know? It was the moment
Did
when
the
Afro
were the fans really clamoring for Armal though?
At that point, yes.
Yes.
Like,
Were they? I don't know. I don't.
Yeah. Everyone wanted her to get with Aaron, and then she did, and then everyone was like, wow, she's with Aaron in literally every universe ever.
Yeah, just
Every universe ever, she has to be with Aaron. There is no
do you guys
universe where
remember,
she isn't with
yeah.
Aaron.
Remember Fuzzy Snowy Cloud? One thing that she said was, though, one of the complaints was that Aphmau and Aaron were like always together as the focus. It's like, well, yeah, okay, so people wanted them to be together at first, and then when they actually got together, it's like, ew, no, so much Aphmau and Aaron.
I feel like the problem was when Aphmau told stories about her characters in other universes, Armal was always a focus.
Yeah, I think that part makes sense. I think
That-
Fuzzy
that's-
was talking about like actual MyStreet, but yeah.
Oh, really? Oh no. I don't get that. But like in other universes, yeah. Honestly, in Royal Tales, I wish Garth got with Aphmau.
Yeah, that would have made sense there actually.
Because like it was implied that Garth had a crush on her, and that would have gave Garmount in another universe some validity.
I
for once.
mean, Jenny kind of came out of nowhere there, honestly.
Oh yeah, no, Jenny came out of nowhere. Honestly, I have a theory that season was meant to have like several more episodes attached to develop its plot and characters.
Oh.
But it got cut short because there's only 8 episodes. It's only like 7 or 8 episodes. It wasn't.
That's still impressive considering it took place over like a couple of days.
Yeah, I just think my headcanon is that there were meant to be more episodes, but the views weren't there, so they were just like, okay, let's wrap up the story a lot quicker than I expected.
It's not fair. How does Royal Tale have less episodes than Realm Royals? That is not fair.
Realm Royals was less high in production value, though.
Yeah, but Realm Royals had 11 episodes. That's one more than Ultra Nova! And that's amazing!
Again, production value.
Well,
Ultra Nova used moving mouths and 3D models.
Yeah,
and
honestly, it kind of looks like a blend of Minecraft and Gacha.
Actually, but like, keep in mind, like, the production values were up there for those series, but when Realm Royals had no voice actors, and it was all live in Roblox, therefore, made it easier to produce, and made it less costly on the company, so it benefited the company more to actually have those 2 series be shortened and have,
Well, I think Ultra Nova was like a self-contained plot that was stretched over 10 episodes. I don't think that one actually suffered that many cuts, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of wish Ultra Nova actually had a better conclusion, because I thought the season finale to Ultra Nova was
actually
really weak.
There's one exception to that. I think the plotline between Prince Justin and ROTD didn't get resolved properly. I want to know what that drama even was about, to be honest. Just like ROTD calls out Prince Justin at one point for being fake or something. I was like, that was it. Okay. Honestly, it was 2017 when that came out. There should have been a diss track. I want ROTD to diss Prince Justin, okay? Oh my. And I should have watched Dungeons & Dragons MyStreet Side Stories a long time ago. I didn't watch that video. I didn't watch Dungeons & Dragons... Oh, you mean when I was like reviewing like the Dungeons & Dragons episodes, like the side stories ones? Oh, yeah, fair enough. I did actually watch the episodes. It's not like I don't know what happens, but yeah, I don't know why I didn't.
Wait, why would you review those MyStreet? Wait, why would you review that? That they haven't even turned 5 years old yet.
Well, no, this is like when I was doing like regular MyStreet reactions before 5 Years Later was even a concept.
Oh, that's what he's referencing. I'm like, but 5 years later. But
Josh definitely doesn't mean what you're thinking. Josh does not mean what you're saying, Jacob. He 100% means for just 5 years later.
Why would he only say part 3 then and not the other ones?
I don't know. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you didn't react. Maybe you didn't do part 3. I don't.
Yeah, let's just
It's Josh.
Right, yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's go watch this.
Oh, there's the frame. That's what I was looking for.
Shh. It's going to be all right. You're safe now. Wait. Ian,
That audio
your ex
cut.
from high school?
Wait, that audio cut. God, that audio was paced terribly. Because like the audio flowed. The audio flowed directly into each other. So I don't know what happened there. Like they didn't the editor didn't give it enough space because it's kind of like.
Yeah, just
it will be all right. Wait, Ian, your ex from high school? Like those are clearly different audio bites that got put together.
Yeah.
Maybe a missed line actually, and that would explain it.
I don't think. Well, I mean, it would have been a missed line necessarily, unless it was like a line that had to be like cut and wasn't properly accounted for later. Maybe.
Yeah, that was also possible.
I was thinking a lot in my own time and about redesigning everyone clothing design in Emerald's Secret because they need the proper clothing for a winter storm.
I mean,
they're all kind of wearing proper clothing though. Realistically, Aaron's wearing a snowy jacket with like the white. I believe is meant to be a white fuzz. Aphmau's wearing a sweater with a scarf.
Zane, of course, is wearing his traditional Zane hoodie, which he cloned.
Oh, except for Kim. Kim does not make sense at all. Kim will probably die with her outfit. I mean, it's a cute outfit, but it's also impractical for the weather.
I can just imagine.
Kimsicles.
Yes,
Kimsicles.
I can imagine a piece of fan art where Gareth is like comforting Kim, is like going, "Oh, Kim, don't be scared. I'm not scared, Gareth." Anyway.
Yeah, but yeah, and Lucinda maybe, I don't know, because like Lucinda's either wearing like a star, does a purple sky kind of star outfit, that sweater or shirt. I don't know. I forget what it's supposed to be. Again, I have to interpret with Minecraft skins what they're supposed to be.
When you say star outfit, I'm just thinking of that creepy star that stalked Zane and Kawaii-chan for that one episode. We'll get to that eventually.
Mom, we weren't ever dating. You just thought we were.
Where is he? I'm going to destroy him!
Don't worry, the wolves already did it.
Aaron?
No. Wolves. At least from what I heard.
Aaron, where is he?
They never found a body. By anime logic, that means he's out there.
By Avatar logic, it would be. By Avatar logic, it was not inconspicuous, not clear. Goodbye.
Well, yeah, pretty much. You're talking about Jet, aren't you? Yeah.
Marvel uses the same logic. No corpse didn't happen.
Well, Marvel revives characters anyway, regardless if they.
T'Chaka is dead.
No, they don't. They don't really revive characters in the films.
No.
Wait, no. That's T'Challa's actor. T'Chaka was his father.
He was a corpse.
Yeah, don't ask me why I know that.
Yeah, they don't revive very many people in Marvel films.
They revived Vision, and he was destroyed.
Well, I'm talking about. No, technically he wasn't revived. That was a different one.
Yeah, no, they had made 2 of him. One was a memory, and the next one was some robot thingy.
Yeah,
exactly. The mind zone.
That's not. Yeah, exactly.
Not again.
Marvel! We're having Marvel discussions! No.
Yeah!
Anyways,
what I meant to say was in Marvel Comics, there's a lot of characters that come back to life. That's it.
Because they actually gave a reason for that, right? They actually gave a reason because this is because of this mutant who can control realities. So she tends to reset it every time they need him.
That's one of the reasons. There's a lot of reasons in the comics.
Yeah, which we don't need to list right now.
Okay,
so we said we were gonna list it.
What?
He's in there. He's in intensive care right now.
I like this shot.
His parents came a week ago with doctors.
I mean, I guess.
I'm not allowed to see him because of his.
You're not allowed to. That's not right.
I mean, honestly, she's got a point. Like, they can easily cover his eyes up if that's what the problem is.
Come on, Eric.
Not like he didn't think of that himself for years.
Mom?
And he has no scarring around his eyes.
Mom!
For a fact.
Hey, look, it's Daniel's mom.
It's Dr. Mom!
Oh my
That's
gosh,
fine.
is that Sean from Fallen Angels?
Word is beginning to spread. A few news outlets have picked up on the story.
No, it's Andrew from Taming the Bad Boy.
Oh my gosh, yes.
We can't risk losing him. His eyes, Derek. If he looks at a human.
We can't ask him to calm his eyes.
Yeah, you tried that for years, Derek. It didn't work.
I don't even know if he can hear us.
Well, you know what?
This is
Abuse kind of comprehend. It kind of goes, you know, against being calm. But you know, Derek, you know, you're kind of a jerk, and probably should be punched in the face a lot.
Speaking of Sean, what happened to him? That's a question for you, Aiden.
You'll see him in the next episode. Anyways.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Oh yeah, I did. I remember. I now remember recording lines for him.
Like
Yeah,
him.
no.
You'll need to draw more blood for your son.
Of course. Anything.
For him or from him.
Aaron!
Hey, what are you doing here?
I want to see Aaron! He's my daughter's boyfriend, and she's outside worried sick about him! You aren't telling her anything about him! Let us through, or we'll force our way in! We need answers!
I mean, she's done it before. Again, last season finale, she literally forced herself into Lycan's household.
I mean, yeah.
Come on, let us in! This isn't right to keep us
You're
waiting.
already inside. I
Mal
don't.
has been waiting out there every day for a whole week now.
You know what I say? Well, first of all, thank you for establishing the time, Eric. Also, remember how I said in a couple of times before, like in the VA Academy review, actually, that if you are not 100% confident in a comedic voice, then don't do it for a character because you might be required to say serious stuff or like have different intonations. Keston's got this down.
Yeah. Oh, also, someone new is here, and I don't know how to say their name.
I think they're gone now. I think they left because it was.
Yeah,
so
we
boring.
bored them.
Wow.
In the span of about
A
30
second.
seconds.
It's
That was
been
the
a
timing.
second.
Yeah, there's a reason shorts work out so well because people don't have long.
People don't have any
long-
attention span.
Yeah, sure. I'll just split these into like 10,000 shorts per stream.
People would probably enjoy that. Yeah.
Josh says, look at the other comment. Okay. Dungeons and Dragons Part 3 was Confessions from Spider Prince, the one that had Derek in it. Again,
Yeah.
I watched it. I just didn't react to it.
Yeah.
Right. Some of them, like Kim, looks like getting hypothermia during the series. There we go. There
Yeah,
it is.
well, I feel like the only one who you'd have to be concerned about is Kim, because like everyone else is either wearing a sweater or is wearing a jacket.
Well, I mean,
Minus
there was, of course-
Lucinda, who's potentially wearing a sweater or a shirt. I don't
There,
know.
there was, of course, the birth of the meme of the hypothermia, which
Yeah.
which came from Aphmau and Aaron.
Like,
Like,
listen,
kinda
I
Aaron took
love
off.
Kim's outfit, but they really should have got her better attire if they're going up to the mountains.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, Mona even gave her own OC winter attire that one time, and then stuck with it for the entire year. So it's not impossible.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Mona's
Why
old
would
OC on like the old profile picture was.
Oh,
that
why would
was
you
wearing
stick with
winter
it the
attire.
whole year? Why would you stick with the whole year, though?
Because I forgot.
Oh.
Oh.
I guess you're always wearing winter clothing.
Mhm.
Or were always
And
wearing
you
winter
aren't
clothing.
going to tell her anything?
I am
We need
still
to
wearing
know how
winter
Aaron-
clothing.
Why?
It's
It's,
just- I guess
it's
the
not even.
hypothermia set in and turned your skin purple. That's the law, by the way.
Oh my god.
Is doing. Please, sir, ma'am, you don't understand. You can't be in here. It's far too dangerous for you. Please, you
We haven't figured out glasses or sunglasses or cloth or anything yet. We're very bad at what we do.
are in serious danger if you continue to
You know
stay
what's
here.
funny, actually? Aphmau has done a little Marvel series at one point, right? I don't know if it was a role play or not. I don't know. Either way, it was Marvel related. What I think is interesting is how she has this. Well, the Marvel series came out years before this.
Yeah.
How did she not know about the Cyclops logic?
Because not everyone who hears the word Marvel knows about the Cyclops logic.
Well, no, that's pretty basic knowledge to know that Cyclops' whole thing is that he wears the visor so that way he doesn't just kill people.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that might have. Well, again, that's what she kind of applied to Aaron. I guess the doctors don't know about that logic, but Aaron sure did. That's the whole point of the bandana now.
Well, I know, but I just think
any-
it's weird that they didn't do that, even though
They don't
she
know what comic they're
probably
reading,
knows
don't say
about
yet.
it.
Yeah. But question from Josh, actually. I'm going to read this comment and skip the other one underneath it from now. Do you like Ghost? She's alright.
Yeah, she's cool. I mean, not my favorite character, but I don't hate her, and I don't particularly love her, but she's cool. I like her when she's more interesting in Starlight, though.
I wasn't particularly keen on the reveal of who she was in a past life, but oh well.
I don't mind their reveal as long as they try to make it make sense in the future, at least.
Which we know they're not going to, so yeah.
Okay, and also, Josh asked, how do you
I know.
that...
Again, I was trying to say not to read that one. I said I was going to skip that one.
He needs rest and medicine. He can't see
I got a chocolate
anyone.
and I'm not afraid to use it!
Trust me, she will! His condition is.
Mom! Eric! Please, leave the room!
Also, did she bring a chancla over to
no.
winter attire? Like, no one wears it. No,
No, she brought a chancla just for the sake of having a chancla.
Of course, yeah. I guess it's not. Yeah, because I mean, I will say, as someone who actually lived in Spain, you do not wear chanclas.
Can never have too many chanclas.
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
what else are you gonna do? Go somewhere without having something to beat them with?
No, of course, yeah. You know what? Maybe Sylvana hasn't changed too much yet. But Josh is
Actually,
right. Sylvana and Eric are a great couple.
Honestly, you know a way to make it more accurate, I believe?
Is have something else that's like, I don't know, like a belt.
No.
Yeah.
If they are very similar, right? If they're similar, if Sylvana has similar, like she's from where? Where's she Sylvana's from?
From somewhere in Latin America.
Okay, then if I have to go by that culture and how it influences my culture, because we're technically part of Latin America for some reason. Well, yeah, we are technically part of Latin America. Consider them. The reason, okay, back to my point, I was saying is that if you really Latin American, anything she has would be the weapon. Anything her hand grips on first would be the weapon. It could be anything, and it would all hit the same.
Yeah, actually, I see. There's this new show on E4, which is a channel over here, called Blackish. Don't watch it. It is the personification of human garbage.
Which Blackish?
Oh yeah, no, I know about Blackish.
It can't be a new show called Blackish. Which Blackish?
And it's not new, but there's a bunch of spin-offs.
Okay, well it's new to E4 then, because they kind of like.
Wait, what is it called? Blackish?
Yeah, Blackish.
Yes.
I know. I thought you talking about something else called the same name. I was like, well.
Okay, look, new or otherwise. Point is, it's a show that's on right now, and right now it's terrible. But the thing is, there was an episode where it talked about spanking, and actually, there's like the whole dynamic of the grandfather. Which side note, actually, they dragged Paul. I'm pretty sure they dragged Paul Lawrence Fishburne into this. Like, come on. But also, yeah, like he deserves better, honestly. Like, what a cruel fate. Anyway, point is that like that episode, yeah, he plays the pops and he talks about, oh yeah, this is the belt that I used to hit you with. This is something that it's something that I love because it always hurts more when you hit them with something that you love. It's like sage advice being passed down through the generations. Like,
and
I would like you to have it. Like, please, now go ahead and spank your 5-year-olds.
And you know something? I mean, yeah. That is very realistic though.
Yeah, I understand. It's just the fact that that show takes forever to actually pull this stuff out. Like because there's the different. The thing is that normally you have characters that there's when you have like one side of the argument, one side and the other, and it's usually like one of them's going to learn a lesson. The thing is that in this situation you can't side with either of them because they're all terrible people. So it takes forever to get to the point where suddenly you realize like, oh yeah, maybe we shouldn't actually do this. It's not for us. And that's like the last 2 minutes of the episode are dedicated to that. So yeah, it gets there eventually. But
yeah, there's like 4 series set in the same universe. I mean,
yeah, they're all trash.
What?
They're all trash. It's an ish universe.
There's a universe of this?
There's ish. There's grown-ish.
Oh,
There's
God, kill me
Blackish,
now.
and there's something else. There's
Oldish.
Oldish, no.
Yeah, oldish.
It don't want a next spin-off to make it. I don't know.
Just
They're
stab
all
me right
terrible,
now. Anyway,
but they were very
yes.
popular here in my school for the whole time, and I didn't like it because they play up the black culture by exaggerating it into a way that it's not funny or anything. It's not funny.
Oh yeah, did I mention it's meant
It's
to be a comedy? I
it's
didn't actually.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's supposed to be a
meant to be.
comedy. It's
Yeah, it's
not
meant
funny.
to.
It exploits black culture a lot because it's just like right, but you're not right for the black audience to relate or have like any jokes in it. It's not written for the audience. Because it's very
They're
clear
not. I
it's
thought they
not
were
for the
just trying to
audience.
do that, but failing miserably.
No, they're legit. They're not writing for the audience. It's very clear they're writing. It's not for the audience. The audience.
Okay.
I
If anything, that makes it even
I
worse. Quite
and
frankly, it's like, oh yeah, here's an insight
no,
into
I
that
actually
you don't actually know, and we're gonna
no,
portray them awfully.
I had to use the I used the show as one of my reference points for a paper I was writing in high school about like culture, black culture,
Oh, well,
American.
that's interesting. Yeah, I was actually gonna talk to you about episode 3 because it ties into something we were talking about before, but then I realized like, oh yeah,
Okay.
I didn't even.
Oh, don't watch
Well, I mean,
Mixed Dish. Please don't watch Mixed Dish. It should come on.
I didn't mean right now. I meant like
I
not,
know,
like, not on
I know,
stream.
you know.
The only reason I
I know
brought it
what
up
you
now
mean.
is because I wanted to compare it to like the spanking episode and went to this
But
whole
don't-
rabbit hole.
Don't watch Mixed Dish. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's very good.
It's tempting, but I will take your word for it.
Okay, so that's
It's
why
worse than
you're
Blackish.
thinking it's new. Okay, so this is why you're thinking
Yes,
it's new.
I
'Cause-
literally explained this, BB. It's new to E4. It's come onto a different channel. That's what I said before. We got
Yeah,
past
no,
But it's on his
so
lap.
it looks no, it's because there's the 8th season that recently released.
That's not
Yeah.
the reason. Actually, it's starting from the beginning. Like it's season 1 that's on now on E4.
Yeah,
So
it began
right.
syndication.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. So what was I? Oh, so so with what comes pretty plays actually, Savannah always needs her emergency chancellor stash in case of urgent needs like this. Yes, just disciplining like fully grown adults that are not even related to her. Classic. This is her way of life. Of course, everyone needs to be mothered. You know what? She's kind of like Beverly Goldberg in that instance, actually, where like everyone gets mothered by her, except for Beverly Goldberg actually doesn't take it to corporal punishment. Anyway, let's see. Some urgency come out of nowhere, or one expected discipline her disobedient potato child at one point in time. Aaron, the one who's going to steal her daughter. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, the simple act of, you know, not hitting her is definitely going to help give him points above both Sylvana and over Ian now, actually.
I have no idea what they were even saying.
Oh,
Well,
I pretty much I followed this. It's just like, oh well, you know, she might need to discipline Aphmau at any moment, so she's going to bring a chancellor with her. That's basically the gist of it.
Oh, okay.
Have you watched Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul? Still the same answer as the last time you asked me that question. No. Hello to Cursed Pikachu. And do you like Miraculous Ladybug and Cat Noir?
I have a love-hate relationship with it. Sometimes I can get into it, but sometimes I just despise the writing of the show.
I think I've said this before, but I've only ever actually watched one episode of Miraculous. The first episode, actually. So I know the origin story of stuff, but then afterwards, it was just because like that one time I happened to be at my grandmother's house, and one thing I like to do there is watch Cartoon Network because she's got cable. It's nostalgic for me. It just happened to be on at the time. So that's the only reason. It's not like I'm just like, oh, I'm just gonna avoid the show like the plague, although people have told me that I should. It's just because circumstances. So yeah, can't really say too much. I enjoyed the first episode. I think it was definitely a solid pilot.
The Origins episode wasn't a pilot. That wasn't the pilot. The pilot was like Stormy Weather or something like that.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah, no, that was like that was near the end of the season when that came out. So yeah, no. That.
Okay. Anyway, do I like Hilda? I don't know who that is. Apparently Lionsgate episode 10 is out. Okay. That doesn't really matter to us right now because we need to get through the first episodes review-wise before we're able to talk about the later ones. So new releases will not we're not like keeping up to date with new releases because we haven't caught up yet. It's like the music freaks. Like saying episode 9 is out, that's good and all, but not gonna affect me either way. And yeah, for example, also Criminal Minds. I'm 3 seasons behind that, so yeah, not really much to say there.
Aaron needs his rest. You don't understand why you can't be here right now. Please. I
love
wait.
this fanning shot.
Just let him rest.
Derek, look.
We're in the clear. Okay, good. Bring Aphmau over. Aphmau. No! He's turned back! Ah! Oh, he sees the importance.
But it's just texting! No, Aaron! You need to stop talking to her!
You know what
Don't you
texting
understand?
leads
She's going to rip your
to?
heart out.
Pregnancy!
She's the reason I have a heart in the first place! I've never been able to talk or socialize with anyone this close!
We love
She means the
the
world to
fact
me.
that
I
he's
just
totally
wanna talk
abusive.
to
I
her.
mean, just trying his best. What do you mean? You know what? No, in Aphmau's universe, there is no abuse. There's just good parents trying their best to raise their children. What do you mean? What do you... Like, apparently that's her logic. I don't know.
Yeah.
It does make you think, though. She's good with her own kids, right?
Actually,
yeah,
from
she
what I've
is.
seen in vlogs, yes.
Yeah, honestly, I have a theory that she didn't have. I don't know. Maybe she had issues with her parents. I don't know. Maybe she's like a lot of the gacha community in that regard, where it's like, oh yeah, I have a feeling most of the gacha community has some dysfunctional issue with their parents.
Yeah, I mean, she does actually then change the parents over. It's just it takes a painful amount of time to get there.
Yeah.
She still makes excuses for them. Kind of makes me think that the parents themselves, that she's like, well, all the people that she's seen in her life, I guess, have made excuses too. Rewrite Derek's whole character.
I mean,
if they mean like if it were an entire new character. Actually, you know what? Maybe not that much would change. I mean, I guess Aaron might have been in Phoenix Drop High from the beginning rather than just joining in senior year. But overall, actually, he wouldn't need to like sneak around so much. Yeah, actually, you're onto something there, Josh. Yeah,
I would
change
keep
the
him
story
in
a major way.
keep
Except
him in
for
senior.
Faculty University, actually, it changes that.
I wouldn't make him be there since the beginning.
That's not what I meant. I mean, because his influence would still be the same.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I wouldn't have made Aaron come in at the beginning.
You wouldn't have made Aaron come in at the beginning of Phoenix Drop High.
Yeah, I wouldn't have made him come in freshman year.
No, I don't mean that. He would still be the same age. I'm just saying that he would have been in Phoenix Drop High, the school, not the series, from the start.
Yeah, we're talking about the same thing.
Okay,
I wouldn't.
So why would you not have
do
him
that.
come in freshman year then?
Because I like the implication that they just kept on moving because he kept on doing stuff.
No, he was in military school before that. That wasn't.
And they didn't move.
Oh, all right. Feels like that's
Rachel's character can stay the same. I don't know about that. She did block Aaron's phone. She did block.
I mean,
Aaron's
okay.
phone to actually only to keep him in the family business and to take away from the life that he chose for himself.
Okay, yeah, but besides that, I feel like Rachel beyond season 3 was good and she actually developed. But I will say there
That's
is
like
a
saying
problem.
Melissa beyond season 3 is good as well. Yes, objectively, but that doesn't take away from what happened before.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Melissa in season 3 didn't mean any malicious harm originally.
I mean, she still definitely, like, you know, drove
She
the nail in a couple of times.
She inflicted it by accident, but it's not like she purposely wanted to hurt Aaron.
I mean,
Yeah.
there was a few comments here and there that definitely seemed like she knew exactly what game she was playing. And especially the way she talked to Michi. Yeah, there was a bit more there. Aaron's family sucks, basically.
Aaron, she doesn't love you.
It doesn't matter, though.
Why does he wear a suit and tie in his own home, by the way?
I don't know. Maybe he went to a ball and didn't get time to change.
He does this, like, all the time, though. He never takes it off.
This is all about business. It's business first and family second. It's like Denise in that way.
Everyone!
Wait, oh my gosh, Derek has confirmed Denise.
Oh no.
Oh, I say that and Moni leaves. No!
It's her connection. It's fine. She's
No!
not...
She left!
Okay. Oh, apparently, I looked on Discord to see if she'd actually sent me anything, and the last message from her is, Big Mac aligned the ebony pole up to her sopping wet tulips. I'm dead deceased. Like, what? Okay, sure. Right. Anyway, would I rewrite Aaron's character in PH Season 2? I mean, he wasn't really there for that much, so I don't think... The only thing that I find really annoying about Aaron is the fact that, you know, like, the whole, oh, she needs to be kept safe. He can keep us safe. Let's nominate Ian. I've never met Ian, but clearly Aphmau cares about him. That's the only requirement for an alpha.
Honestly, I thought Aaron got a little too
Jacob,
melodramatic.
you read it on stream?
What? I don't even know what it means. Like, is Big Mac a character? Or is it just like an actual, like, McDonald's
Sometimes you're
fanfic
too
or
innocent
something?
for your own good, Jacob. I'ma just...
Just
well
a
then.
McDonald's fanfiction or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Probably.
Ah, yes.
something very
Along
old.
came Szechuan sauce and sauntered into the room.
Does anyone in the
then-
chat realize what he read? Like, not a soul.
No, I have no idea what.
I think I kind of got it, but I don't know if I got it.
Yeah, I'd have
Oh
sex
my
with Ronald,
god, you
but
gave me a heart attack!
Well, don't send him that stuff with no context.
I'd be okay with Ronald McDonald railing him.
I
I remember the last conversation we had, and I still don't get it.
You still don't get it?
Explain it later. It's fine. Clearly, you don't want it to be explained on stream. So,
Someone in the audience, y'all can explain it. I got.
What?
It's okay.
I
It's
think
okay.
everyone. Okay.
I think Ronald is a top.
Wait, is Ronald now? Actually, yeah. Put Ronald in this. Ronald x Big Mac. That's the fan fiction there. Anyway. What was I reading out now? Pretty Play says, I accidentally stumbled across an unfinished comic strip remake of Emerald's Secret on Instagram. It's supposed to be a horror twist on the series. It's called Emerald Eyes. Isn't this already the horror twist? Like, what more do you need? For Ian to be some sort of an eldritch being?
Well, I mean, this isn't really horror. I don't think anyone was actually scared in this.
I mean,
series.
it's I call it psychological horror, especially on Ian's behalf.
Yeah, no.
Now that and also bear in mind that this could be a horror project because all the characters are idiots, like in most horror films. Now that person wants to make it into RPG, I'm not sure about being RPG. The last mention of it was almost a year ago.
That sounds great. I'd love to play like a horror RPG set in this world.
I mean, to be honest, actually, that's not necessarily. I remember somebody who actually said they were going to make a script in 2018 or 2017 of this one AFMA related project, and it never actually happened.
Yeah, I wonder who that could be.
Right after they made themselves the main character of the series.
Again, that wasn't my fault. No one. It started dying. No one else would come in.
That's true. I tried actually to revive that and like be like, okay, let's have people like work on a project. You know, this is like a school set thing. Let's have them actually do a school project, and like see what character interaction we can actually get from this. But yeah, no, that didn't happen.
Like, all I'm saying is in season 1, when everyone was still pretty active, I was not the main, but people started dropping, and then I was kind of the last one standing. So it's like, well, we need a main character somewhere. I mean, someone needs to do stuff.
Ultimas, Necronomicons, yeah.
It is pretty on brand for me to add in the Necronomicon, isn't it?
It is, yes. Obviously, now that I've known you for longer, it is very on brand, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, apparently, yeah, it looked pretty awesome. I can send you a screenshot of the comic strips on Discord after the stream. Yeah, go for it. Alright, we'll carry on with this now.
Actually, someone actually, like, DM'd me on that wiki and was like, hey, can I join? I really like how the story you guys have crafted, but it's okay. And I'm like, yeah, sure, join.
I got quite a few of those messages too, actually.
Yeah, and they'd always be like, oh my god, I love it. You guys are doing such a good story. Can you join? And then I'm always like, yeah, I don't see why not. And then they just never arrive, and it's like, okay, well.
Or they'll like make a character profile and just won't like you know, put themselves in or something. Yeah.
God, man.
I've seen the opposite thing happen one time. There was like one time was like a budding romance between these two characters actually, and because they were the only ones there role playing for a while, and then suddenly everyone discovered that particular forum, and then just like those two characters never showed up ever again. I was like, oh, but no, we were like so close. It was like the moment was like just about to be there. It's like but yeah. So the opposite can happen too. But yeah. Oh,
I wish that thing didn't die. I have fond memories of that.
Oh yeah, same here. I look forward to that script in the year 2030. What did you think of Not So Typical Fairy Tale episode 1? I definitely enjoyed it. I mean, again, I watched it a couple of times because I was reacting to it twice, but yes.
Wait, Jacob, haven't you talked about doing adaptations of MyStreet and stuff before?
Yes, actually. There's but that's still kind of in the works actually, as far as that we've actually started scripting the episode 1 of Phoenix Drop High season 3.
I mean, you can toss that in there.
I mean, I've tossed it in there before, so it's not like it's new. I'm not giving away like what happens in it, but then again, also I think you might recognize a certain OC character from some other things that I did before, from some of those other wiki role plays.
Oh, like yeah, I remember one of your characters. I don't remember their name, but I liked them. They were great.
Yeah, there wasn't actually one in. I don't think like the main OC that I use a lot of the time. My main AFMA OC actually wasn't ever in Richwood High, surprisingly.
Please, I'm asking everyone here to leave the room. Even you, sweetheart.
Why? We need to see Aaron!
Please, I will allow everyone to see Aaron, but only
in a year's time.
Only after I can speak to Afmao alone.
Apparently I should tell Prism that to Fairy Tale since it's a lesbian series and Prism has herself a girlfriend named Sage. I mean, you don't need our permission to tell people about the content that we make for everyone to see. Go for it.
It is on the internet, to be fair. I mean,
yeah. Then again, apparently I spilled the beans to Monet's mom about her own channel. But again, internet is for everyone to see, so...
Yeah, I mean...
What?
I understand, sweetheart. Everyone, please come with me. You stay here, sweetie.
You have wolf ears and a tail?
It's a long story.
Yeah, it's just...
We can talk about it another time.
I mean, you're about to leave together. Just mention it now. Just be like, oh yeah, our family are werewolves. And she'll be like, oh, well, your last name is Lycan. I guess that makes sense. Tail over. Done. Easy. Anyway, does Blackjack know about No Typical Fairy Tale? I mean, I'm not sure actually. It's one of the things that we could probably actually react to with her actually. I don't quite know. Chances are she might have actually been approached as to be one of the characters in it, knowing Aiden and Emily actually, but we'll see. I haven't watched it yet. I keep hearing about all the series you guys made. I heard about Mutant Girl. I mean, yeah, you would have heard about the Mutant Girl. A typical fairy tale and foreigners. I do plan on watching them. Yeah, well, go for it. I mean, honestly, please do that. That's the content that honestly, Aiden and I particularly, are probably the most proud of. I imagine. I don't want to speak for Aiden necessarily, but that's the content we put the most effort into, and the stuff that I think symbolizes of what we can actually do as creators, much more than other stuff.
I'm the main character in it actually. Pete, very they're very well written. I'm very glad about what they did with my character. There's God. I don't know though. I feel like they keep on building up this one girl, like Merwin or someone, to be like really important. And it just never pays off.
And no, this is not Sylvana's first time meeting Rachel and Derek. She met them during season 3. Again, in the finale, she actually barged in. And bear in mind, they spent an entire Christmas time together, actually. There was a whole holiday special for MyStreet, where they all picked out a Christmas tree, and Derek actually, went practically insane and took off his shirt and started, chopping like a madman. And found the pack of tree, and there was a whole thing about holiday magic. So yeah, so Sylvana's definitely met them before, and she had that whole rivalry with Rachel for quite some time as to who was the better mother. Spoiler: they're both terrible, but still, who was the least bad? Basically, that was the rivalry. Yeah, I just had them put in. I'll tell you later when maybe it's too late. What? You had what put? Why both siblings are being confusing today? And am I proud of Puppy Love and Alpha Witch Academy? I am so far. Puppy Love episode 2 was not quite what I expected it to be. As far as, because when I received it back, I was like, okay, I see now how this has all come together. It wasn't quite entirely as I'd anticipated, mostly editing wise. Not any complaints to do with the voice acting and stuff. I've already talked about that at length before. As for Alpha Witch Academy, I mean, yes, I am also quite proud of Alpha Witch Academy. It's one of those ones where it's I'm upping the production value with those things, experimenting more with magic and stuff, which is what I wanted to do for some time. It just shows now it's the kind of show that I could never have made back in the day, but I can now because of all the stuff that I've learned from doing the Mutant Girl. So yeah, definitely the next step as far as my evolution as a gacha tuber goes, Alpha Witch Academy. Well, maybe so when it actually gets dubbed, but yeah. Speaking of silence, oh, there we go. I was about to say, if we're very quiet, it's not often you get music in the background or a silent moment snap out. Oh, and she just goes up to look.
Aaron,
Yeah.
what have I done?
A lot.
Since he was born, I've tried to protect him. Tried to keep him from facing the things that I did. I didn't want him to hurt anyone.
Aaron.
All those years, I never realized. You were the one I kept him away from.
Because you don't listen.
He did tell him.
You were the one he was always trying to see. I always thought I was helping him find ways to suppress his eyes. That I was doing the right thing for him. But
yeah, I too need to learn how to
wasn't helping
suppress
him
my
at all.
eyes better.
I was
You're practically blind. Don't suppress your eyes anymore.
only making it worse.
You'll go dark.
You.
See, that's just quite mean,
You were the
Jacob.
reason why. He didn't
Derek,
want
go
to
cry
hurt
in a
you.
corner. It's not as mean as that.
You
Not as mean as that,
soothed
go
him.
cry in a corner.
I kept him away from you all those years. I thought that it was best for both of you. But despite everything I did,
I mean, she didn't love him and just assumed, so it's not really exactly was like best for her. But anyway. Also, Josh says, "Man, I watched all the gotchas in the Butterverse." Have you watched It's a Family Thing yet? Actually, that's also in the Butterverse. As is Taming the Bad Boy retroactively. It was one of the ones that was added. Yeah.
he kept trying to just be close to you. He waited for you. I
Yeah, well, Dante waited 15 years, according to him in season 1.
never allowed him to be himself. My son almost died, and I didn't even know him. What have I done? I'm surprised Aaron agreed.
You know what? I'll give Chris this. It's very hard to fake cry even when you're a professional voice actor. So yeah, props to him.
To help. I didn't expect him to
Whatever,
be so
I
willing.
needed to cry last time for a role. I just watched the ending of Marley and Me, called it a day.
Oh, I'm surprised that even gets to you, considering how much death and gore you expose yourself to.
It's a dog's death. Dogs mean so much more than the people that I watch die.
I see.
Bro, like all I'm saying is in in-game, right? In Avengers in-game, if I cried at Iron Man dying, but all I'm saying is I wouldn't have any eyes left if Cosmo, the space dog, suddenly appeared and then got shot down.
If it was, I don't know, Iron Mutt. There we go.
Yeah,
That's my new Marvel OC, Iron Mutt. It's
That's great. Yeah, no, I just...
His alias, Spotty Stark.
So dumb. But no, man, I cry
Spider
a lot
Pig's
more.
a thing. I think that's all right.
Spider-Ham is a thing, yeah. He was a spider bitten by a radioactive pig.
Wait. Okay, yeah, all right.
That's great.
I would expect it to be the way around, but fine. Also, time out, Derek. Go in a corner, cry yourself over, build a bridge, and get over it. You did this. I mean, he is doing that, so he's following the instructions somewhat, apart from the corner bit. How did you forget? Watch the family thing. Monet herself knows I watched it. Okay. Just making sure I haven't mentioned it yet. Do I like cats or dogs? If I had to pick one, I would go with cats, but I'm not exactly partial to either of them. It's like, okay, they're
Red kitty,
basically.
I prefer dogs. Cats generally don't like us, and I'm allergic to long-haired cats.
I like.
Well, I mean, that's cool. A lot of people like cats, but a lot of cats don't like people.
Allergic to them.
Okay, well,
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't get a kitty.
Yeah, I was to say.
I will get a
live with
cat.
long-haired cats.
You're like Lauren Eloise in that way. Lauren Eloise used to keep rats, but then she got too allergic to keep the rats, and so only when her allergies got to the point where she couldn't cope anymore did she say, "Okay, I'm not gonna buy any more rats."
I'm gonna get a cat. Don't mark my words. We will have a kitten.
You shouldn't get.
I will have a kitten.
I mean,
if you get a cat, then I don't think you get the right to complain about breaking out.
Well, no, I don't think so.
Yep.
I
don't break out. I just can't stop sneezing.
Okay, well, I don't think you get the right to complain about that either if you're gonna get a cat. I mean, that's just like me getting a long-haired cat and then going, "Why are there welts on my skin?"
Can we just adopt a green alien instead and dress it up as a dog?
I want a cat.
All right. Well,
I don't really care much for dogs.
I mean, we'll cross that threshold and get there.
Maybe he remembers when we used to go there.
That or he needs the money.
Though
Oh, there you go. If you get a cat, I wouldn't take care of it. I mean, yeah.
I don't take care of you. Why would I don't want to take care of my cat.
Well,
Yeah,
what are
well,
you gonna
that's-
do? How are you gonna take care of them? You can't get near
You
them.
acting like it's a child.
Oh no, actually, yeah, actually, I've seen her interact with cats currently, and like sometimes like she just like approach them in like in like a cage or something, just like paw, just like going up like that. It's kind of like Mrs. Jumbo and Dumbo, that one scene they interacted. It basically looked like that.
I'm
Why?
surprised. He's never
she-
been one to take
she does
payment
it.
from us
Likes
for
it.
anything.
Maybe he's
Uh-huh.
fallen
She
on
ran away
hard
twice,
times.
but I always found
Far
her.
from it.
Yeah.
Oh
Can't
wait.
escape
I
me.
wonder why she runs away if she's in a cage.
I know that tone, Missy. What do you know?
Because she's my
Oh,
cat.
you know me so well.
But she comes
Mama.
back, so
If I tell you guys, you
That's
both
not
gotta
Melissa's
keep
VA.
it under wraps,
That's a
okay?
lie.
Fine.
We are fake
Tell us.
Melissa. Fake Melissa.
Chris Pikachu, don't answer Josh. He might kidnap you.
You just don't want Melissa to regress in her character, even though it's a flashback.
No, this is literally not the same VA.
I know, but you're saying before, like, you know, how much Melissa improves, and suddenly it's like, oh well, she wasn't being malicious before.
Oh
And
no,
like,
this
oh, well,
isn't
fake Melissa can come up the
malicious.
ground.
This isn't
Yeah.
malicious. She's just being like, oh yeah, Aaron
I've
plans on
heard
proposing.
that Aaron is planning on proposing to Aphmau.
What?
That's
What?
Really...
Oh yeah, she's planning on. Wow, boy, we better do something, family.
No, what?
Mhm. He's been taking on odd jobs to try and get the cash for it.
There's an
to
echo.
make it incredibly special for
hear it.
her.
He didn't even tell us. Does Aphmau
What
know
would he
about...
tell you? You abused him for years. I'm sorry. You were trying your best for years. Sorry, I get confused with your parenting and literal abuse that you do.
I hate
Can we
this
just point
so
out
much.
can we just point out that like Aphmau's definition of trying your best is like full on just full on abuse. Yeah.
Oh, that's why there was an echo.
And
I had
criminal
you.
neglect.
I had your stream playing in the background, so as you guys were talking, your stream was having a fit.
Do a Melissa impression. Oh,
I don't have Melissa impression.
I don't do
saying
good
Aphmau.
female. I don't do good impressions of women in general when I try to do a voice. And well, you see, this is the closest I got to a female voice, and it sounds terrible.
Oh, actually, I should point this out. That in the graduation ball tonight, there was actually like a few people on different courses, and I actually met somebody, and her name, no joke, was Lucinda.
Oh my gosh, Lucinda!
Yeah.
Wait, does she have red hair?
No, she was blonde.
Darn it! You should
What do
make
you
her.
mean? Why are you saying dang it? That's the color of Lucinda's hair.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
What do you mean? She's never been a redhead.
She's a redhead. BB, you're
At
BB,
this
you're
point,
colorblind.
I do suggest taking a word in terms of this stuff in general.
No, that's orange, man. That's bright orange.
Well, blonde usually is like very like light yellow. That's what people usually think of. When people say redhead, they usually do mean ginger, which is like red orange combination.
Okay, I don't think orange counts as a redhead.
Well, fine, she's an orange head then. She's still not blonde.
Fine.
She is nowhere near
Excuse
blonde.
me, princess.
Would it be carrot head?
Oh, what?
Hmm?
Carrot head? Wow.
I've never heard that before. Although I actually did hear it once. There was this one guy apparently that was like several years older than me in my primary school. And apparently his nickname was Thanaoria, which means carrot. I never saw the guy, but apparently it was like a common thing to call him carrot.
That sounds like something like Po from Kung Fu Panda's parents would have named him.
I don't know. I mean, Goku's parents named him Kakarot. That's basically carrots. Anyway, I'm going to submit the comic strips images right now. Okay, fair enough. I await them. I await the Discord message I'm actually supposed to read. Okay. Jacob and Aiden, how do you make good male characters and female characters?
Right characters.
I mean, honestly, practice. That's the main thing. Like, I mean, there's no like it's the exact same method for both of them for me, honestly.
Yeah, I just sit down and write interesting characters with cool backstories and stuff.
Yeah. At least if you mean like writing. If you mean designing wise, then I have no answer for you because I can't really judge my own design work or like.
I think he's talking about writing.
Yeah, if you're talking about writing, then yeah, it's the same. It's just like go through. I mean, think about the things that they actually like would want in life and like what they're kind of like what personalities and traits they would do, what function they serve in the story, that kind of stuff. I mean, there's a lot more like intrinsic information to go from in there in terms of like character study, but that's the way to start. Basically, I don't want to like overwhelm you at first. But yeah.
He can't. She will. Ugh!
Dad, you can't treat
She'll what? Make him happy? Wow, we wouldn't want that, would we?
Aaron like this forever.
Melissa is right. If he's planning this, then maybe Aphmau knows.
Did we just start the Final Fantasy like themes, the song again, like the exact same music?
Aaron has been living on his own until this point. We need to trust him.
Aphmau.
He hasn't been living on his own, actually. By that point, he'd been moved in with Aphmau.
Well, wait, I don't think they know that they moved in DLR.
Oh no, they do. Melissa gave Aphmau a housewarming present in season 3.
I mean, I don't know if the parents know though. I mean, Melissa may know,
not.
but the parents may not know.
Melissa's kind of like that one. Melissa's like Dolores, actually. Like that. Like she knows everything about everyone in the family and just only reveals what she needs to. Well, actually, well, Dolores was like a gossip, so she revealed a lot. But that's the difference. There we go.
Do you know why Aaron came here?
He had said he wanted extra cash for the summer. I don't understand why, but he
wanted to take you somewhere special.
Huh? Somewhere.
Well, don't ruin it for her. Like, what the heck, Derek?
The New Year's party. Starlight Wonderland.
Yeah, see? That's why you don't give people hints.
All this for me? After what I did to him?
And you made it worse. Well done, Derek. Even when he's trying, he sucks. Anyway.
That was Aphmau. That was before you did what you did to him. That was before.
Yeah.
That wasn't after. That was they didn't expect you to end up doing that to him by mind control standards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Aaron, his wounds are deep. Broken bones. Spleen is ruptured.
Is this meant to be a pep talk? This is awful!
Why are you describing his injury?
He is very injured. I can tell you all the points where the cuts are deep, how many stitches, how many surgeries, not to mention how many plates are going to be added into his bones just to keep them, just so they don't grow weirdly.
Hey, if you want to know, we also have a few rates on deaths and survival. You know, if you want those.
Just sit there traumatizing Aphmau would be beautiful.
Yeah, so see, over here you have a 40% chance at the lungs becoming more active at a later date, you know?
Did we mention, of course, the life expectancy of an Ultima is only about 30 years? Isn't he 33, though? Don't change the subject!
And also, Josh asked if I'm going to make a remake of Fallen Angels Episode 3. Oh, yes.
And yes, his spleen is injured. Like, that's an actual thing, the spleen. Yeah.
Yes, also, Josh asked me to make a remake for Episode 3, and yes, my main goal right now is to remake at least the first 3 episodes, so when I do the movie edit, I have the higher quality first 3 episodes, because I feel like Episode 4 onwards is closer to the quality I'm fine with the season. The first 3 episodes, well, I mean, obviously I can improve them, but
no, I mean that one sequence in Episode 4. But other than that,
that one sequence was fine, except for if you're talking about the beach scene.
See, what Aiden just read was, Aiden, are you gonna make the Fallen Angels Episode 3 remake? What he really should have read was, Aiden, when are you gonna make the Fallen Angels Episode 3 remake?
Like, it was a
Yeah.
guaranteed thing, yeah.
No,
Well, episode 2 has to come out first, so probably after that, I imagine.
No, episode 2's remake came out, remember?
Oh, then what are we working on now? Oh yeah, we did. Sorry, yeah. I thought we were.
Yeah, I'm
it's
just
because you sent
waiting-
me another scene. That's why I kept thinking like you said.
No, that was for
2.
season 2. That was for
Yeah.
season, yeah. But right now with season 3's remake, I have to wait on a certain VA, Monet, to send in Jill lines. And she isn't even here to hear.
Yeah, I
that.
love what she said before. It's like, oh yeah, send me this stuff. I'm not gonna get overwhelmed by it, and then gave me like this is for me this stuff. I think I got Empress's stuff.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Well, we'll find out right now because finally her connection came back.
You're the new Empress.
I've been here all the time. I
Not
just
Jacob.
didn't reload to come back in the stream. So yeah. So you said something about me?
Yes.
I said I need Jill lines for episode 3's remake.
Which
DVD
lines? I was recording line. I looked in the chat. I was like, what Jill
I
lines did I
sent you the
record?
script in DMs.
You
It's
did?
episode
Did
3.
you?
Oh,
Did you say
yes,
which
you did.
episode? Did you say which episode it was for?
Episode 3.
Okay.
Well, the only episode Jill's in.
Ah.
Jill's only in episode 3 of season 1. She didn't appear. That was her one appearance.
Well, by BB logic, that makes her the main character.
Oh my god.
He shouldn't
Hey.
be alive. But he is. Because of
I
you.
need medicine.
All of this, everything that's happened to him, all of this.
I'm kind of tired of half more crying now. I'm tired.
I mean,
Wow.
I mean, come on. Derek did actually like put this on her, and like, albeit accidentally, but still.
Stop talking
I'm
nonsense.
tired.
It's my fault. He's in this condition.
Oh yeah, he knows your
caused
fault. He
him
knows
all
your
this
fault. Yeah. I'm tired now. Can we move on?
Listen, this is how trauma actually works. You cry and cry and can't stop crying. You stop crying, then instantly get reminded and cry again. It's
And
not
blame yourself
fun.
for stuff that was beyond your control.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
don't cry at all.
You saved him long before this.
Yeah, again, blaming stuff that was beyond your control. Yeah.
Ever since he was a child,
Jacob.
he's had the most difficult time controlling.
Yes. Oh
The
my
hair
word.
is
You're
becoming defloofed.
That's just my headphone indentation.
Right. Well,
my
Kurt,
word, yeah.
well, Kurt, I cried for an hour. An hour straight once. So it happened. It happened.
Yeah, give it time. We're about.
Ah.
I don't know.
Oh,
like
she's
3
gonna be
bits of way
dehydrated.
through.
She's gonna need to drink some water after this, but
Yeah, you at some point you run out of tears, like legit.
You
You
know-
ran out of tears, so you're like,
Maybe this isn't exactly the best season finale after all. Maybe we kind of baked it up a little bit. I still think 2 and 3.
95% Aphmo crying, 5% plot.
I still
Yeah,
think
pretty
this
good.
is one of the better. I don't know. I still think it's one of the best seasons now. I don't know. It's good. Like I like Aphmo's voice performance because look, doing crying for multiple long scenes, like crying voice.
Yeah.
I did it for a scene, and it still takes a lot out of me when I have to have crying scenes.
Yeah,
Now-
although you actually did threaten to cry multiple times during different recording sessions that you did for the mutant girl. Just like, I'm gonna cry now, or something.
Now,
So
what she
what
could
probably would have
also
happened naturally anyway if you'd given yourself the chance.
for hydration, she could also drink her own tears.
No.
That is a fascinating bit of information there.
In his eyes. As his father, I wanted to protect him from everything I could.
By abusing him.
So I isolated him from everyone.
Yep.
But you
Yes, because
saw
that's
past
not
the
abusive
person
at
I made him
all.
into.
Yes, isolate me. That's
I love
a great
that.
idea.
You saw past the person I made him into.
You made him feel cared for. Wanted.
Oh,
Which
that's
you should have been
the
doing, but
job. That was your job as a
No.
parent. You had one job.
How much do you love him?
A
More than
lot.
you.
You love him, don't you?
Of course I love him. Aaron means the world to me. I would do anything for him.
actually the same words that Aaron said about her in that flashback. Nice connection.
He's done so much for me, and in return,
Yeah, like die.
I just.
I mean, yeah, he did actually.
Do you give Aaron up?
What? No, never. I can't
Why are
lose
you
him now.
accusing her
I
right
need
now?
to be here for him.
I don't know. This man has like described Aaron's intense injuries, revealed that the reason that
God.
he even came here was for her in the first place, and now is asking if it's gonna break her up. Derek, just leave the room. You're digging a hole for
Yeah,
yourself.
we love causing someone emotional distress.
I mean, for crying out loud, if I had to sit through either this or another episode of Blackish, actually still this. Blackish sucks.
Oh, no.
Anyway.
You know, on the bright
Tell
side,
him.
right? She
Yeah.
could always sue him, get the money, and then they have enough money for Starlight. All I'm saying.
Okay.
You know, she can sue him for emotional distress.
What? Okay.
I don't see
I
why not.
suppose, but then again, if that was the case, then Derek would just do the whole cover-up of the Ultima again, and they'll be just back to square one. I don't think she'd win that court case, actually.
Sorry.
It won't be safe for him here much longer. With all the rumors flying around about an Ultima werewolf sighting, it's...
What rumors? Who? Well, actually, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
the
no,
news
that
spread
was
some stuff,
established in the first scene, actually.
Oh,
So that
okay,
was
the
established
one that I
earlier.
missed because I was away. Fair enough.
Yeah, so no, a lot of this was established prior.
Okay. What's the reason you changed Zach's expression in the Foreigners Episode 1 remake to sad instead of mad like the original? Because the mad expression from the original one wasn't actually properly mad because Aiden didn't know how to do that pose yet.
Yeah.
So it comes across differently. Also, I'm just gonna check in Discord now to see the Oh, it's it's all different visuals actually, and oh, okay. Afmal just casually dropping an S-bomb there. Why not? And apparently, whoever's driving the car spaced out. Actually. Okay. Oh, it says read me, please. My comic series of MyStreet Emerald Secret will no longer be a comic, but an RPG maker horror game. And here's some questions you may have answered. Will this mean the previous pages, the logs, are no longer canon? No, they're still canon, but the update on the wolf monster is outdated and no longer canon/official. Will the story be the same, the little you've shown? So far, yes. Assuming that's yourself, yeah. Okay, fine. Fair enough. That's, thing. It's a thing. Alright.
It's just a matter of time until the lodge is flooded with reporters and fanatics trying to find us.
Can't you just hide here?
It's too risky.
No.
Do you know what will happen
And also, do you want to, drive up here to visit him? Like, really?
if they find Aaron? Do you know how terrified humans are of him? There's a reason he's just a myth. If they find out he's real...
Yeah, he's not the only one. I know the case was put down and but still.
They'll chase him down, and they won't stop till they find him and kill him.
I mean...
Oh,
I mean, that did kind of have to come to pass, so they tried to kill him.
Well, yeah, true, but I don't... Yeah, but the average person doesn't go out and murder, the monsters that they fear. I don't think...
I think you become, a giant social pariah, and then eventually the Guardian Forces will come. Unless this is meant to be Guardian Forces foreshadowing or retroactive foreshadowing.
To be honest, I can see the more likely scenario. They start a Kickstarter page to get Aaron eye surgery. They fix that problem altogether.
Well, I mean, it also could be a Frankenstein situation, you know.
Frankenstein's monster was literally made out of different people's body parts. So again,
No, I mean,
fix.
No, I mean, literally,
They're
that's
back here,
the logic. That's the logic I think he's going off of, people, rioting and going after Aaron.
Maybe. Although, to be honest, actually, Aaron in his original form was pretty well disguised. Like, the hoodie and bandana, no one would recognize him at all.
You know,
but he also kind of stands out unintentionally.
Well, yes, but only if you know what to look for.
They've decided that, just to make sure the Ultima thing doesn't ever happen again, they can always attach the two parents.
Attach the two parents.
Just all three in one body and then dump them off a river.
I mean, that would definitely solve the thing about people wanting to kill them because they'd be dead already, but sure. Also, actually, it's kind of like what I was saying before. Like, you know what? There's one time that Justin Bieber got caught in a store wearing a gas mask. In his mind, I guess the question people were asking was like, "Oh wow, there's a weird person wearing a gas mask in this shop that one time," but they wouldn't be saying, "Oh, that person is Justin Bieber," unless people saw him take off the gas mask later, which they actually did because it's Justin Bieber. He didn't exactly think it through. So yeah, they found out eventually. But if they hadn't done that, then they wouldn't know. All Aaron has to do is stay out of any more Romeo and Juliet plays, and fine, he's sorted. Why wasn't Trevor in episode 10 of Fallen into season 1?
Because I just generally had so much going on in the episode that I just didn't write him in the episode.
Yeah, eventually Aiden did recognize that including all of your characters in every episode is not necessarily a requirement.
Yeah, but I also sometimes I just don't know what to do with them in the episode, so I'm like, just not have them in the episode.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, you'll have noticed actually that particularly in early Muse and Girl episodes, like some of the main characters will go for a few episodes without showing up, like 1 or 2, depends. It's actually also Rick Riordan's strategy. Rick Riordan actually tends to just like swap out characters in his books actually to play with different dynamics. That's where Tyson came from instead of Grover, for example, or Talia instead of Annabeth. Anyway, sorry, what were you saying, DB?
What's even going on with Justin Bieber nowadays?
I don't know.
I don't know, and I don't care.
I haven't heard anything from him since the whole Danny Gonzalez video.
Yeah.
I swear he got a kid now.
Could do. Oh, also, I did hear one thing actually because I heard his song "Intentions" at one point because I was actually going to make a parody of it called "Inventions" about like a wacky inventor that like has like his like touring over like his workshop, but I just never ended up making that.
Know that.
Aphmau, it isn't
Back
easy,
to the
but
tears.
you have to trust me. This is the safest option. After everything that's happened, Aaron is going to have a lot of
After everything that's happened, why would anyone trust you, Derek?
questions. He needs to find himself.
What will you do?
Oh yeah, and having Aphmau support in there will definitely not help him at all. Have you
Well,
learned nothing?
I mean,
nothing, Derek.
Well, this gets to address later, but the fact that Aphmau may trigger the trauma of what happened, just having her around as soon as he wakes up.
I mean, if he'd actually said that to her, that would have probably made sense.
Oh no, that gets addressed later, but basically having her around continuously until he at least can unpack some of that trauma before, triggering it immediately. Is that you do run that risk, because like he doesn't blame Aph, but it's not like Aphmau didn't hurt him deep down, She still said some pretty horrible things and did some pretty horrible things under mind control.
Oh yeah. And did you see Pretty Please Admitted? Yeah, I talked about them before. I just described them briefly. There's not really much there's not really much point like working out the logistics of Discord on here, and it's like a couple of panels basically.
Yeah.
Not really telling like a big major story. Someone spaces out while driving a car.
Anyway, so yeah.
Where will you take him?
Our family has a safe house in Falcon Claw, exactly for this type of situation. We'll
For Aaron being maimed by his mind-controlled girlfriend who was being mind-controlled by someone he fought in high school.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta have some contingencies.
Hey, it's just like his horoscope said.
Right now, Aaron's Ultima state has regressed. All the trauma he experienced has left him very sensitive. His instincts are stuck on high alert. The slightest motion could set off his Ultima form.
I don't care. I want to be with him.
And how do you think Aaron would feel if he lost control and turned you into a werewolf?
Again, just use eyewear.
Turning isn't exactly painless.
I mean, yeah, and also actually with the eyes actually is also mostly fatal.
Yeah.
And Ultima turning a human into a werewolf with their eyes. There's a chance a human turning into a werewolf at the sight of Ultima eyes could die in the process.
Wait, there's a chance of it? I thought that, there was also a chance with the bite. So I guess
wait. With a bite, there's no chance of death.
Oh,
but with eyes, there is a chance of death.
Okay, I thought it was like an almost guaranteed death, except for I guess in the case of forever potions, as we find out later.
Well, I don't think it's a guaranteed death, but it is a likely death.
Our family has a graveyard. I mean, they might do. I mean, where do they put all
Well,
the ultimate
I think
victims?
it was possibly implied that Derek killed someone in the past by accident because he didn't want Aaron to go through the same hardships he did. But I think that it was mentioned at one point. But yeah, so it was potentially Derek has a body count.
Yeah, possibly. I don't know. Maybe the whole red herring thing with Ian might be the fact that he actually like secretly killed Ian's father, and so Zach took him in and got with his mother or something, and then that was the whole other child thing.
Something Aphmau is going to retcon that eventually, knowing her, because she retcons half
what's her
her
kill
lore.
to death ratio?
Her kill to death ratio.
Yeah, I want to know what Eric's kill to death ratio is.
Well,
10 to 5.
10 to 5.
Wait, hold on a minute. What do you mean by kill to death ratio? You mean like the amount of times he's killed, the amount of times that he's died?
Yeah.
He has died, I guess.
No one in the series has died more than once.
I mean, Aaron has.
Yeah,
Aaron died twice practically.
Well, I think he was close to death the second time.
Okay, yeah, but when Jason talked about it in the Everything Wrong With, he counted Aaron dying during by Aphmau's hand the second time as a death, technically.
Okay.
Even though it's not technically a death, it's just technically a severe injury. Mortal wound.
Knocking on death's door.
Uh-huh.
Well,
actually, that happens. They do literally knock on death's door eventually.
Knock.
yeah, death door. Yeah.
Hey, Shad, how you doing?
Hey, Shad, how you doing?
Passing judgment. Ah.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Hey, am I going
do you mind if I
Eternal Damnation?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Oh yeah. Anyways, let's.
I love this. Ed needs to make voice more
Buttery
popular. Yeah,
best.
just make it more popular. Yeah, just.
I am
do
trying.
Just do it.
You know
what?
what?
It's so easy.
Advertise on OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. Why OnlyFans?
Hey, I know people go here for like nudes and feet pics,
but here's some gotcha.
Here's some gotcha.
It isn't even gotcha heat. It's just story gotcha.
No, you put your feet in the picture, right? You make a video, right? You put your feet in the frame, right? And then you'll have the playing on the tablet below the show.
What?
Hey, you can always wear a cosplay.
No, it's just Aiden's foot reacts.
Cosplay. It could be a Xanax Kurt. Not Zane.
X Kurt.
Zach. Not Zane. Zach.
Of course.
Zach X Kurt.
Gee,
or Adam X Diogenes.
I wonder who's gonna end up playing Zach in that situation.
I don't know who's playing Kurt.
Well, technically, Aiden was the first voice actor of Kurt, so
Moggy Mike is his current VA because I only subbed in for the first episode because I was too lazy to get another VA.
Yeah.
I am.
No, that was a different line. That was a
Marvel over here.
No,
getting,
imagine
Marvel over here getting Edward Norton because they're too lazy to get Mark Ruffalo.
Oh.
Hey, honestly, you know how we had that. You know how we had that idea of doing like the channel of where we read fan fictions. You know, instead of doing that, just make an OnlyFans joint page called OnlyFans.
Of us reenacting the fan fiction.
Well, I meant just reading them and possibly doing like a couple of like visual edits or
I think
something.
that may be illegal though.
What?
Yeah.
What, to talk about fan fictions. I don't.
Reenacting fan fiction, like with a cast, like that would be fun. That would be freaking illegal.
I don't think
that'd be an orgy. Ew.
Well, okay, depends on the fanfic. I thought you meant like in terms of like intellectual property or something. Like fan fiction owners don't have any of that, so yeah. I thought that's what you meant.
I still gotta write a fan fiction with Mark and Julius.
Then do it. Do it.
You got the. It's funny whenever they recasted Edward for Mark, they were showing they told Robert Downey Jr. to show the others the new actor, and so Robert is building it up like, hey guys, so you guys are finally gonna be able to meet the Hulk. All right, he's gonna be right through that door. Come on out, Mark Ruffalo, and Mark comes out and he's like, hey guys, and everyone's like, whoa, wait a second.
What?
Okay, that's enough Marvel
Hulk
for
2008
now.
was trash, so that's why no one cares for that Mark Ruffalo replaced Edward Norton.
Okay.
No one cares.
Also, don't most like actor replacements always cause some sort of outrage at first until people grow used to them?
Not really. I don't remember any outrage when he got replaced. So okay.
That's not at all what I'm saying. What I'm saying is they built it up as if it's gonna be Edward. Then whenever they showed the cast, they were like, "Hey, and here's Mark Ruffalo."
Okay, fine.
Mark Ruffalo is
Okay, let's
Talk
Alright,
about
okay.
Marvel. Let's not talk about Marvel. Let's talk about Aphmau.
And I'm not
I
going
know
to
Mark Ruffalo. Who talking about Marvel to you?
I'm not going to watch the remake of the Judgment intro. Like, what am I going to say about an intro? It's an intro.
I mean, I watched the Judgment intro, and it was pretty much the previous intro with no major changes at all.
Yeah, the only reason I reacted to the Fallen Angels intro was because that was the only piece of content available at the time for Season 2.
Heck, my character's still alive in the intro. I'm confused.
What? Your character's not in the
There
intro.
we go. It's a kill-to-death ratio, I guess. I don't know.
Just see Albert popping out. Like, what the heck?
It's clear that Jacob doesn't play FPS games.
Even still, if Aaron let you see his eyes, and he hurt you, how do you think that would make him
What
feel?
is making this scene?
Well,
This
he
scene
ran the
just
risk
feels
for this for
weird.
years, so, yeah.
This whole episode feels like weird.
But remember, it's the best season finale.
It's not like it's weird. Like, it's not good weird. It's like yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Well, the point of this finale is to be depressing.
It's not depressing though. It's not
The series
depressing.
was already
It's just
depressing. Do you not remember how the last episode ended off? With Apple literally screaming Aaron's name as he fell to the ground.
Okay, no, I mean, like, this finale
That's
is meant to be more...
You know what
No, what I'm saying is this finale is meant to be depressing in the way of sadness and heartbreak rather than drama with the mix of heartbreak, you know? Because, like, tonally, they're both very different. This one's more like the
I'm sorry.
storm.
Aaron,
I'm trying to express. It's like it's trying to be depressing and sad, but it's like, I don't know, something is off in it. I don't know what is off.
It's the fact that we keep pausing.
Well,
no, it's not the fact that we keep
not even
pausing.
that. It's also because everything that Derek is saying is not coming off the way that he wants to because he's awful at this.
I know I'm asking
like,
for a
Afro
lot,
is super sad,
but
depressed,
for your sake and
eye
his,
bags and everything, and this is like, she's like in comparison to other characters, I feel like she's over dramatized, which is weird because we understand that she's
over dramatic. This is like
not over dramatic. I'm trying to.
This is like
Mona, you're saying
in regards to emotion.
I'm not saying she's being over dramatic. I mean, like, the other characters are not keeping up with the same like heightened emotion.
Well, that makes sense why Aphmau has more heightened emotions than everyone else, because she's the one who cut him. She's the one who pushed him off a cliff. Derek didn't push him off a cliff.
I understand, but what I say about heightened emotion, I think of it like a line graph. Like, a line graph? Maybe. I don't know. Everyone has heightened emotion right now. It's tense, it's depressing. Everybody has so much emotions going on, right? Everyone can say that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what's happening now is I feel it's kind of unbalanced in a way.
I think it might have to do with people's connections to Aaron, actually.
Well,
considering
considering
how distant Derek has been, he can't exactly react in like the most depressed manner. Whereas, you know, Aphmau having such a grandiose, like, complicated history, also nice to Derek partly.
I think if it had more people,
I mean, Sylvana's Sylvana, so you know.
Well, this scene's also focusing purely on Aphmau. Like
Yeah, we
adding
don't
more
need more
people,
people in
adding
this.
more people in this scene would make it worse because we would be dealing with everyone being sad and everyone crying, and then it would hurt Aphmau, focusing on Aphmau's emotions.
I understand that too, but it's also like I'm not saying add everybody, but I like add someone else so it can be like it don't feel like just Af was the only one sad. Okay, just
Oh, okay. So I mean, maybe not in this particular scene, but have in
not
the
this
episode
scene.
itself. In the episode itself, I think what we've had so far, actually, because we did start this halfway through because I was away. Correct me if I'm wrong, Aiden, but there were other people before this point, and they had their own reactions, right?
Yeah, I mean, they were all more. They all did kind of focus more on Aphmau and what she's going through, and kind of dealing with their own personal demons. Because keep in mind, like they're not the only ones who like in this scenario, they're not the only ones who went through the trauma. That like yes, Aaron went through trauma, but they also got to focus on their own trauma. I mean, like Zane was mind controlled too, so it's not like he's gonna be like, I was mind controlled, you know, I couldn't do anything and stuff. But what about Aaron? Aaron matters more to me right now than, you know, the fact that I literally lost my body for like, what? For
I
like
think
week?
the episode needed like bringing that point, right? I do agree with you on that one. Everyone has their own traumas and stuff like that. Like maybe if it was like more balanced between the traumas, so we're not heavily focused on this specific one.
Well,
Again,
no, we focused on that earlier in the episode. The first 12 minutes episode was focused on everyone else. We didn't see Aphmau to the 13-minute mark of this 40-minute episode. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're missing some context behind this.
Yeah, I mean, after this, the one thing I'm gonna do is actually, gonna make dinner. But I'm also gonna watch the 50-minute stream and just bridge the gap, so I'm like more up to date.
Yeah.
He needs time to heal.
Oh, also, hi, Candy Heart. How are you doing? I remember collabing with you with, I think, a music video once. I think I collabed with you before.
There you go.
I remember doing some sort of collab with you. Anyways, hello.
How much time?
The doctors say that with these injuries, and all the stress and trauma he experienced, he'll need about a year to fully recover.
Honestly, at this rate, I think you need more than a year. I would need like a century at this point. I'd be like, I would never get over
Well,
this.
yeah, but Ultimate Body.
I was gonna say pull the damn plug. This is gonna take.
Wow! Kill me already.
Just hand him a sensu bean, it'll be fine.
He came to this lodge to take you to Starlight Wonderland.
We got there.
It's what he was working so hard for.
We know.
It's what he wanted to do for you.
We understand.
I promise you, Aphmau.
Thank you, Derek.
After 1 year, that is where you'll be reunited. All I ask is that you wait.
But
okay, and I will say about that dialogue there, that dialogue there was meant to bring it back to Starlight Wonderland, or steer the conversation back towards Starlight Wonderland. Yeah, it was a little bit clunky at times. It was a little bit clunky at times, but yeah, but that's the point of that dialogue leading up to that line. It needs to steer the conversation back, because rather than him leading in, anyways, I will take you to Starlight Wonderland after a year so he has time to recover. You know,
what he should have said
feel
was,
disjointed.
What he should have said was, since his plan was to take you to Starlight Wonderland, that's where you'll be reunited. That's all we need to say.
Yeah.
That solves both those issues.
Yeah.
It's the only way.
For him, I can do it.
He's not fully conscious, but you should talk to him.
Can I?
It's safe. As long as his eyes are normal, he can't turn
Irene,
anyone.
is that you again?
So, again, close his eyes. And also, he knows the fact that Aphmau actually soothed his eyes and changed them back at that moment. So why?
Because because his eyes may be easily triggered due to emotional stress in the future.
Aphmau relieved the okay.
Also, this belongs to you.
See, he has the bandana there, and he didn't even put it on.
Maybe they didn't want to cover his eyes because, you know, I don't know, maybe it helps him heal or something out.
Yeah, sure, it helps him heal.
Or
In a
maybe
place
they
where
just
sustained
or maybe
no
they just didn't.
injuries.
Maybe they just didn't want to also cover his face and put more pressure on his head because, like, maybe what if his like neck was fragile or something like that, and like putting a bandana on his face would run the risk of moving his neck, which may hurt his body. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so, but sure.
He would want you to have this. Go on.
Aww. Ah.
Do I like that episode is like 30 minutes long?
I don't mind the fact that it's long. Long episodes are fine.
You mean this episode?
Yeah.
Aaron,
I guess.
please,
Sure.
if you can hear me, I am so sorry. Everything.
They didn't cover us because they're treating him.
Oh yeah, they were treating him at that moment. That was actually true because, like, remember they meant.
Yeah, but
wait,
they didn't
that...
cover them before. Them like either when the humans entered the room or when the doctors
Well,
left.
I think it's because I think they didn't do that because there was just a lot going on, and I don't know. Everyone's under press because there was yelling. Again, human behavior is
These
a
are doctors
fact.
specifically hired to deal with this situation. They should know.
I did to you. I hurt you so much.
Yes.
And I didn't mean to. I couldn't stop it. And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I love Jess's voice acting in this episode. It's amazing.
Same here. Yeah. Also,
Oh,
he's looking right at her.
He's hearing her heartbeat. That became a motif at this point in the series. Oh, the music cut out. Oh.
Yeah.
Everything we've been through, no matter what form you take, it's always you, Aaron. It's always been you.
I see that kind of like plays to Starlight in the end, because then he takes a different form there.
I'll be here waiting for you.
I mean, not here, but you'll be
Yeah.
somewhere. I was about to say, is she like standing up, like stooping up
Always
to
be your stupid potato. I love you, Aaron. I'll wait for you.
I love this episode. Because I feel like sometimes we get into a mood where we hyper focus on individual lines of dialogue and stuff like that, and tear apart a script, you know, and tear apart the exact lines.
Well, yeah, that's why we then go back and summarize stuff later.
Because that scene, while overly wordy, still kind of worked because, like, you know, and plus I feel like Derek naturally as character would be overly wording.
Possibly, he just didn't do himself any favors.
Also, I highly doubt he's a very emotional person, anyways. I mean,
well, no, I understand that. I'm not saying
like,
that.
yeah,
I didn't see as much of an imbalance. But the reason we focus on Derek there, particularly, is like it wasn't just one line of dialogue that you had there. It was like everything he said and everything that he did comes back and it doesn't quite match up in the way. That was the purpose of, like, you know, us saying those things there. So yeah, I understand. Like, you could ultimately like wrap up a scene extremely well. It doesn't mean the build up was any better or worse. That's what I mean. But yeah, as far as the objective episode goes, honestly, I'll probably leave that part to you this time because I haven't seen half of it in 5 years.
Yeah, because like the previous scenes were mostly either like setting up all the previous characters and their futures and like having them resolve some of their issues or like, you know.
Yeah,
so
I know. I said that before. Yeah.
Snake-eyed man. And from what I know, Ian's gone.
Good riddance.
Yeah, from what you know.
I don't even want to hear his name ever again.
What
why not just call him your brother?
Why not just call him 3?
Oh my gosh.
Really?
What do you mean?
Everyone back home. They'll probably ask us about what happened.
Honestly, we should keep this to ourselves. At least until we've had some time to recover from this. Especially about Aaron. We cannot let anyone else know he's an Ultima. Rumors are starting to spread, and it's in our best interest not to give fuel to the fire.
What about Lawrence? He's my bro. We tell each other everything.
I agree. It will also keep Athmal's mind calm.
Have we heard anything about Aaron?
Last I heard, he was unconscious. I've been waiting outside his room for an entire week, so...
Af?
We're going home.
What?
Also, I love how the snow is gone. Like that whole thing that's all been cleared out now. Like the storm has passed because the threat of Ian has dissipated.
What about Aaron?
Aaron is fine.
No, he's not.
But he's not safe right now. So he has to go away. Because if they find out he's an Ultima, they'll...
His eyes.
You know something about that? I mean, Derek is saying all these things about being hunted and killed and everything. But to be honest, this could very easily play into a times have changed mentality, or at least it could have done at this point. Maybe not so much later.
I understand.
Huh?
Aaron's a walking time bomb. If people found out Ultimas existed, he'd never see him again.
Yes, it's almost like the Guardian Forces had come.
Aphmau!
I just want to be close to him.
Sweetie, I completely understand, especially after all of this, but this is the right call, okay? For both your safety and his. He needs this. And so do you.
Aphmau, we'll be here with you to get through this.
We'll all be here for you.
That's right.
Always.
Guys. Thank you.
You must be tired, Af. Gareth, let's get the car started. You can rest on the way home, Af.
Thank you.
Do.
New track, yeah. And panic shot, of course. Oh, several.
Lucinda,
Yes?
do you think... I mean, I never asked about this, but... how do you cast magic?
Huh? You want to learn?
Didn't you take witchcraft in school?
Yeah.
Well, it's been years. She forgot the werewolf stuff, and that was
how
pretty much
about
all
this?
her whole high school experience. So you
know
know.
what? That's fair. I do hear a lot of people say they just don't remember anything they learned in school. And I said to them,
I don't remember most of math, honestly.
I mean, okay.
Or history. Yeah.
I guess, but I keep hearing. I heard that a lot of time. People were in. I was in school with from one year to the next, and I was like, oh, I don't remember anything from primary school. It's like, then why did you go to it? It's I think people internalize a lot. They learn some stuff and they commit them so far down in their memory that they don't remember where it originally came from. Maybe.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but in this case, I guess Aphmau just forgot an entire skill set that she learned. I don't know. That can happen.
I think it may have been a very I think it was a very basic introduction to magic, a very basic.
Possibly. It also could be a language, because I've said before, people keep on bigging up how much French I can speak. I can't speak that much anymore. It's been 6 years.
Aha!
I'll teach you a few things I know when we get home. For now, you just need to rest.
Alright.
Yeah, you have bags under your eyes. You really need sleep.
What kind of magic
Know
were
the
you
feeling.
interested in?
The healing kind.
I see.
I'll say this now in case I forget to say it during Aphmau's year. That actually makes a very interesting parallel.
To Irene?
Because actually. Shu and FC, their dynamic actually was.
Because
he would go
Aph
into
was the
he would
healer.
go into the dungeons and fight the battles, and Aphmau would be there to heal him as Shu. And now Aphmau, after he's fought a battle, is going to become his healer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's also a parallel to Irene in a way.
Since, Irene had healing powers, in a way making Irene and Aphmau slightly closer.
I guess maybe that was the reason that Jess chose to make Aphmau the healer in that situation.
Yeah.
Irene the matron, possibly. This finale people keep call this the best season of Magic because season had good tension and mystery. I don't think the finale is the reason why. I think the climax and those
I think
twist and everything.
The twist, episode 16, that and You Should Never Be Alone, are really what contribute to this being one of my favorite seasons. If not,
and why people think it's the best, yeah.
I mean, I can still see why people would think it's the best. I mean, I don't know if I would still consider this the best, but at the same time, Jacob, I feel like earlier episodes were a little bit harsh on, even though it was kind of a slow burn story, which was probably the season's biggest weakness, was the fact that its story was very slow burn.
So the season's biggest weakness was that 3/4 of it was slow. Yeah.
No, well, yeah.
I'd say that's a fair enough weakness, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, like season 1 was that most of the characters and plot didn't really connect to Aphmo and Aaron, aka the main plot of the season.
What do you mean the main plot of the series? They weren't the main plot of the season. The main plot of the season.
I mean, they became the main focus of the season as time went on.
They became it. So you're only judging it in hindsight. If you judge the season for what it was at the time, and actually like what purpose it serves as a story itself, it's very different.
Yeah, but like season 1 still season 1 is still extremely weak for me. I mean, I can see good stuff in it, but at the same time, when watching it, it's just kind of uninteresting since. Like, again, a problem with it, as well as the characters were also stock, in my opinion, as well as a factor. The characters acted more like the stereotype they're based off. Kawaii-chan was an anime yandere girl. Caitlyn was an angry tomboy kind of girl.
Yeah.
Jeffrey was the nice guy. Aaron was the mysterious guy. Gareth was the dumb idiot. Lawrence was the smooth idiot. Dante was
the even smoother idiot, and Travis was the even smoother idiot.
Yeah, well, I mean, they all fit too cleanly into those boxes to the point where, yes, they were enjoyable characters, but they were very stock, which may... Do not tell me to grow up. Sorry. Anyways, almost wanted to swear.
I just realized where that comment was. Yeah. Okay, there we go. That was what that was about. Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's not necessarily good. It's good for what it is. But for what it is, and for what the rest of the series is, it's very boring. Not as bad as Season 2, though. Season 2 was just all over the place with quality.
I will say, as far as Aphmo and Aaron go, actually, if anything, considering that the fan base complains that they get too much focus later, Season 1 might be a bit of a breath of fresh air for them.
But Season 1 was also a hot mess with them, because, like, I did not ship them at all during Season 1. Like, that was a major problem for me. Like, I never shipped them during Season 1.
But the other fans did. I'm not saying that's the case of you. I'm saying it's the case of the other fan base that actually did.
Yeah, but was there really a huge fan base clamoring over that ship?
Again, this was before I joined the Aphmo fandom, but I'm pretty sure there was. I mean, consider that shipping shrine art had to come from somewhere, let's just say.
Yeah. But actually, yeah. FC University, Falcon Call University, MyStreet Season 4 and Season 6 are my top faves. Now, I will say, I do like PDH. PDH is actually one of my top seasons. Like, I wouldn't say it's my top season, but it is one of my top seasons. Falcon Call University, honestly, I didn't really like it. I didn't really like Falcon Call University. I thought it took some of the strength of Phoenix Star High Season 2, but also didn't have enough follow-through of all the plots and ideas it introduced, because it didn't follow through enough of them and give enough of them conclusions, because most of them, like the Garv stuff, the Luca and Caitlyn stuff, like, they never had a conclusion. They just left on a weird, awkward note, and we never got... And then we have to just assume what happened after that. Like, the Aaron stuff was fine, but I thought Aphmo could have been utilized better in that season, because Aphmo was missing for major parts of episodes, if not episodes completely. You know? Let's see. I don't know. The Xavier plot twist kind of came out of nowhere, generally, plot-wise. I don't like how Diana disappeared halfway through the season. Aiden, can you rant less? Sorry.
Again, I'm waiting for I'm not.
Side
waiting
note,
for a different comment to read them. So
side note, do the Aiden. He will make fun. You actually are kind of getting on my nerves, Josh. Please stop. Just seriously, just stop. In all seriousness, I am going to be serious. No, I'm not gonna. Like, it's actually coming off extremely rude. Xavier and Aaron.
Instantly, chat. I'm waiting for like a certain comment for this part to dissipate, so I can actually go back to an earlier comment. That's why I'm not reading the rest of them.
And also, Josh, it's fine. Just try to be mindful. Anyways, Derek. Wait, Xavier and Aaron gave
gave more information on Aaron. Xavier, Derek?
Okay, forget
Derek?
it. We're scrolling through all of them, apparently. All right.
Sorry, I'm scatterbrain. I think that's meant to be Derek. Oop, I meant Derek in the few top comments. So Derek and Aaron gave info on
Xavier
Aaron.
and Derek gave more info on Aaron,
Oh.
I think.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, that was also one part I hated about F's University. Why would Derek
Xavier?
tell Xavier?
Yeah, of all people, why him specifically?
And
Like,
then
Agent
that,
R
and
would
that
make
guy
more
just
sense.
happened to become a fanatic.
Who wanted to prove the existence of Ultimas? Great choice, Derek. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, that part is one of Derek's biggest goofs.
Biggest
I have no idea
smooth
why.
brain Derek move. But yeah, honestly, I kind of felt like, because like, I mean, it's bad enough that some of the abuse was implied, but I just hate seeing the abuse, and that's what kills part of the fun for FC University for me as well. Because I'm actually seeing the abuse, and I already knew the abuse existed, I already seen a bit of it, but I just don't want to see a whole season with that abuse being a part of it, you know? Like, you know, because like, I don't know.
There comes a certain point. We get enough of that with Gotcha. Okay, now I'm actually going to go back to the comment I've been trying to get back to for ages.
What is your favorite?
Yeah, favorite seasons, yes.
FC Universe, not, why did I say FC Universe? Not that season. That season is not among my favorites. Phoenix High Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, Season 5, and Season 6. Those are probably my top 5 seasons.
Alright. Wait, did you put Season 2 on there? Did you say?
No, I said Season 2 of Phoenix High meant.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank goodness. I was going to be like, yeah.
no, I am not crazy. Season 2 was kind of a hot mess with that season.
Yeah.
Because like I felt like season 2 just had a lot of stinkers, and also it just had a weird direction. Didn't really have a direction actually.
Yeah, I think despite everything that we said about season 1, we can both agree season 2 was the worst.
Yeah, no, season one
at least had a direction, and then kind of shifted gears a little bit towards Aphmau and Aaron towards the latter half of the season, which was kind of weird, but I don't know.
My favorite seasons,
Although I will say what benefited season 1 was the fact that it was 35 episodes, and that gave it more time and episodes to develop its plot.
Yeah, so you still got the plot eventually.
I mean, there's still a lot of filler in that. There's still a lot of filler that didn't relate to anything about Caitlyn or something like that. Like some of it was like weird little anecdotes about characters that kind of confused me.
Again, it was part of like the slice of life aesthetic, not aesthetic, the slice of life theme at the time.
Yeah.
Which again, I mean, because I'm clearly quite That's really quite a big fan of slice of life stories, depending on their execution.
Yeah, but I also like drama in slice of life, and I feel like season 1 lacked drama. Actually, season 1 didn't really have that much drama.
Actually, that's true. It didn't have. That
Wait, maybe that's one reason why I don't like season 1 that much, because maybe there's like a lacking of drama in it.
I guess.
Like there wasn't any serious drama. I mean, what? There was Aaron was a little bit jealous of Zane dating Aphmau. I don't know. There was Kawaii-chan and Caitlyn kind of had a mini fight for like 3 episodes.
Yeah, everyone was confused about Aphmau and Zane's friendship and how that blossomed and everything.
Yeah, and. Yeah, there was no drama in that season at all. Like it wasn't like there. Like maybe that's what contributes to it being one of my least favorite seasons, because the fact that there was nothing to hold on to in that regard of drama.
Possibly. In that sense, season 3 really does improve on pretty much everything that season 1 started.
I mean, I feel like season 2 tried to introduce drama, but then it had terrible relationship drama, which again, I've stated I personally hate relationship drama when it's dragged out or poorly written relationship drama. Like relationship drama is fine. Like I thought season 2 relationship drama between Marek and Morwenna worked because it wasn't drawn out in the way it could have been, like you could have had the reveal happen around the time of episode 6, and they could have been fighting for episodes, and we could have had multiple moping episodes, or them having them fighting over a dumb miscommunication for ages,
Like, that could have been the storyline. They could have got back together at the very end of the season finale, you know? Like, that could have been the storyline, but it wasn't, you know?
I mean, that's also quite cliche to get back together with someone in a season finale.
Yeah,
Which
no.
I guess, yeah, in a sense, also sort of happened in season 3. But yeah.
Okay, now let's go back to the chat. Season 4 is still pretty good. Yeah, I still think
my
it's
favorite
still...
season. Sorry, I've got to say my favorite seasons. Yeah, my favorite seasons are definitely 5 and 3. That's still the case for me. Yeah, I talked about why with 3 before. Definitely, again, it's season 1, but improved in pretty much every aspect.
Yeah,
with more of an overarching plot. Why not? And season 5 is a combination of the dramatic elements of season 4 and the more light-hearted nature of seasons prior, like the 1, 2, and 3. Not also an improved version of the tropical disaster that was season 2 at times. So yeah. Definitely, all in all, actually, and not combine that with some pretty insightful episodes. Episodes addressed quite maturely, and you've got yourself a great combination there.
Yeah.
Okay. So hang on. Now, yeah, let's get back to this.
All right. So yeah, I agree with Candy Heart. I'm just gonna call you Candy Heart. Candy Heart says that season 4 is still pretty good. Yeah, it's still pretty good. I like it overall. Maybe okay. I will say I like it a little less now. After rewatching the whole season, I do say I like it a little less, but I do feel like this whole season we were a little bit harsher on it. Again, it was at least trying something different, and that's what I really appreciate about the season. Like, it actually tried.
True.
You know, because like it could, like MyStreet could have stayed stagnant forever.
I mean, season 3.5 could have been season 4, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, you know. And then Josh asks. You know, that question.
Maybe eventually you can more episodes in your series than 10 and 12. I'm talking about Mutant Girl and Fallen Angels, if you're wondering. The reason I stuck with 10 episodes for the Mutant Girl was because that was the standard seasonal structure for a gacha show, especially at the time. In fact, if anything, it still is now. I mean, didn't we say that Rosie Closey is finishing off the Music Freaks after episode 10? So it still makes sense. Aiden goes with 12 because that's more particular, like, anime season, I think, particularly, and sometimes Western season as well. So they're both reasons for that. But we could technically add some more things, but then we just wouldn't go much further. I think there was talk about like doing an Outwitch Academy and like having that be something that goes has like a bunch of seasons to it, but that's really it. Everything else kind of.
I mean, I will say, I do kind of hope one day the Mutant Girl could at least get to like maybe 16 episodes per season, because I think that'd be fun having more episodes in the season. I mean, think about it. If we managed to get a better workflow of the editors and the voice actors.
I mean, so far we haven't, so I'm not really.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it would be nice having more episodes of the Mutant Girls, because, like, I don't know, the more episodes.
That's another good reason not to write too far in advance, because we might get too ambitious about that. I
mean, maybe, but that would just mean the season takes longer.
Yes, which is already a running issue in the series. Better not fuel that fire. Season 3 was like a transition to this season.
Yeah, I mean, season 3 was more like evolution of season 1, to me at least. Like, it was more evolution of season 1 and what season 2 tried and failed at. But season 3 was probably the peak of what classic MyStreet could have was.
If anything, 3.5 was more of a transition to this one. Also, this is one from Josh, yeah. Do you ship Mrs. Dysart with anyone in Fallen Season 2? Surprisingly, Mrs. Dysart has been exempt from most ships in the series so far.
Honestly, I still don't really ship her with anyone. Because, like, I don't ship her with any of the Angel characters, even though that would guess be closer to their dating someone their age. You know?
But marginally closer, because they are mostly over hundreds of years old. There's not really much of a difference.
It's better than an Angel dating a Helen or a Lana.
Okay, which I remind you was the plan originally. But okay.
Okay, yeah, and I would have addressed that probably if I was writing that.
Okay, yeah. Alright. Do you agree with people's opinions that Season 6 is better than Season 5? I can see why they say that.
I mean it depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah, with Season 6, I think it's just like it's just a personal thing for me. Is like I particularly enjoy the balance that season 5 and 3 actually struck more so than than season 6. But there's nothing wrong with season 6 in principle. Like, I was, over the moon when all the episodes came out. It just never ended up becoming my personal favorite, but I can see why it's other people's.
I mean, I don't know if I would consider it my favorite because I do like season 6, but again, I like a lot of the seasons a lot. But my main problem right now is that I like them all for, it feels like, for different reasons or for different aspects, rather than liking them all from the uniform reason, that it objectively being the best because it's what each of them did well. And what each of them were. Because, like, season 4, mystery, drama, sadness, that kind of thing. Season 3 was mix of slice of life with an overarching plot about Aaron's family. Season 5 was a mix of sadness and drama with fun slice of life shenanigans. Season 6 was that action-packed drama, where it's all about defeating the big bad, like they all did good things on their own,
Yeah,
it's just which one I want to consume that day. Do I want to watch a funner slice of life? Do I want to watch a fun action scene? It's what I want to do.
Pretty much.
In a particular moment.
Yeah. And do I want to deal with all the retcons that are gonna be inevitably come to mind?
Oh,
but,
yeah.
What about you wanting most of the Tornadoes, Aiden? That's a good question, actually. If you wanted to,
I do. Because, like, there's a certain season that there's a certain season I eventually plan on doing, which I'm working on the build up for. That I plan on doing, which ideally I want to push the episode count beyond, which will be either beyond 12 or be split into 2 seasons with a 1 story arc. That I plan on telling with a future story in Fallen Angels.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah.
Back to this. Season 6 has more info relating to Irene along with her other series and characters, so in my opinion, Season 6 is great. I mean, if that's what you're looking for, I mean, Maya actually said the same thing. If that's what you're into and you're looking for more Irene content, then again, by all means, it's whatever gives you your personal fix there in that case. Season 5 in the fanbase is 7 out of 10. Based on what survey?
I mean, generally the fan base is pretty positive, but when people talk about MyStreet, they nowadays
where was this fan base rating? Where's this being sourced from? That's what I want to know.
Although I will say, I thought the way that Starlight ended was kind of a slow burn because we had several episodes of just the boys hanging out. And I kind of got annoyed by that because it was just the guys hanging out for multiple episodes, and then we got rushed into the finale because it kind of felt like the finale got rushed into, rather than using the latter episodes to build up a finale. It kind of just felt like, oh yeah, now we're doing a finale,
here we go. So JG Crafter gave season 5 a 7 out of 10. So JG Crafter represents the entirety of the Atmel fan base. Got it.
Yeah, he also rated season 3 poorly and rated season 2 decently. So
I'm gonna have to look at these ratings then.
Oh yeah, no, I can probably send you his video, but yeah, no, the whole rating system, I thought was very skewed because I mean, maybe it's his personal taste, but I still feel like even if you're looking for a MyStreet season 1 style. Either watch season 1, because obviously that's where the style would derive from, or watch season 3, which is probably the best version of that style.
I'm surprised that you didn't actually make a response at the time, with your own rating.
Nah, I mean, I kind of see it, but at the same time, I still don't really get the love for season 2 because I feel like people attach. I don't know, because JG Crafter wasn't really attached through nostalgia. It's weird because, I'm pretty sure you recently watched them. Maybe it's nostalgia. I don't know. It depends on if nostalgia is a factor in that.
When did he do this rating, actually?
Let me look at JG Craft.
Okay. Oh, we keep getting asked this question too, actually. I don't really have a favorite character. I've gone back and forth and saying stuff. I used to say Nekoet, actually. But yeah, I don't really have a favorite anymore. They've all got their good and bad things in their own ways, quite honestly. There's not one that stands out for me over the others anymore. It's not necessarily a bad thing as long as that just happens, but yeah.
Well, we'll talk about it more at home. Come on, everyone's waiting.
I mean, my probably favorite character right now is probably Aaron, but at the same time, I love a lot of the characters. Like, there's probably, like, a good handful of characters I could say that I love, you know, that could be argued as, quote-unquote, my favorite character, so, you know.
Oh, yes! I love this.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that new, like, little bit of music there, because it's immediately gone.
You gotta listen up, Jason as Aaron, I guess.
Oh, I'm not telling you this, Josh. There's plans.
This the ending? Oh, that was the intro. Like, what the heck happened?
Well, it's an expanded version of the intro song. It's kind of like what we do. If anything, this is where we got the idea for like the intro that you did for season 2, like the outro.
All I ever need is here with you.
And also Derek. But we'll get to him eventually. If anything, this sequence back does kind of prove what you were saying before about like light-hearted music compared to like the genre itself.
Wait, I will say, you need to pop the Fallen Angels theme in here. Like, Fallen Angels theme is like very drop beat heavy, and it's like very dramatic a lot of the time, because I don't normally pick lighthearted themes because no copyright sounds doesn't make a lot of them. But yeah. I also don't jam to a lot. I also jam to darker music because extremely depressed. But you know, we love listening to depressed music.
Just make Haunted House one of the themes. There you go.
Oh yeah, I love that song. But yeah,
I noticed. Yeah, I can see why. But yeah, that's actually also the reason I chose
Paradise.
Funeral March for Through Her Eyes, because it's a classical piece that people associate with being somber for obvious reasons, and it's also copyright free. So yeah, that's my suggestion for that in future. If people can't find downbeat NCS songs, go to the classics. There we go. Also, like, which characteristics have more screen time or background on? You know what? That's what I'll say Nekoet for. I want more Nekoet. I don't care how. We'll say that she moves like her Mifwa scout troop over to the neighborhood. There we go. Solved. And yes, I paused at a weird moment with Gareth in lava. No regrets.
I'm gonna hold you tight, cause you're the only thing that I can't lose. I never needed you to give me things. I never needed gifts or diamond rings. All I ever need, all I ever need is here with you. This place where we can go.
Calvin is Castor. Christina is Christina. Max is Max. Sean is
Confident, don't you know?
Frost.
This was before the Exodus.
It sure was. Now we know who likes this one. Wesley. Good old Wesley. Rogue Demon Hunter.
You can buy your way into my heart, but you don't see that I just want you. Get me things.
Which I think is not like that extensive anymore. Like in none of it would have been, but yeah. Again, this part does not work with this particular sequence.
Well, the season was depressing, so what clips are gonna use?
That is, again, that's why this shouldn't have been the theme for this particular season. Like, in general, why not? Because Be With You then became, like, one of the, the major Afnal songs. But, yeah, like... Although, Listen to Your Heartbeat, that's connected, because of the whole Aaron thing. And yes, I have a lot of plans. This is the reason the show hasn't ended. It's specifically because I have plans for characters. But yeah.
Yeah, dude, much credit to all these peeps who worked on these series, yes.
Absolutely. But it's not done. It's not over yet.
We have a post-credit scene. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. In, I think, slight desaturation, a la Aiden.
See, no one likes pure grayscale. Oh, so there's Tiana.
I'm pretty sure we've had pure grayscale.
Are you sure you want to go in on this place?
No, we haven't.
It will take all 4 of us to afford it.
Nonsense! This place was great to vacation in.
I mean, why was this particular place like take all 4 of them to afford it? It's like, considering like their business and stuff, you think the one that
Well, because this is the past when like Bunny Hill, this whole area in Bunny Hill was like popping.
I guess.
If
only Monet was awake. I mean, she might be just like waiting.
I'm right here.
Why do you go quiet for periods of time?
Because we were
coughing.
talking.
That's why when they went quiet.
Also, we were talking for ages about like the merits and demerits of and the detailed descriptions of every season of MyStreet ever.
Yeah,
I can imagine that, you know, for somebody who hasn't
I
seen
feel like
that much of the
MyStreet at this
series.
point is an experience. Like you have to experience MyStreet to like feel a lot of the emotions in the later seasons, especially.
I mean, yes, but yeah, it depends. Like, I feel like you can watch it at any point. It doesn't. You don't necessarily matter. Then again, for a lot of people, this is like their childhood memories and stuff. So,
yeah, although I do like how this thing is the introduction to Terry. I love Terry as a character.
I mean, yeah, Terry's a character is great. I'm not sure if it's like the best, like the greatest character introduction of all time, but yeah, certainly it's something.
My family really enjoyed it. I just hope Derek's family feels the same way.
Well, I'm sure he will. I know Travis enjoys it. Right, son?
Yay!
When Zach gets here, we'll sign the papers then.
Oh, another time that Travis was right next to Zane. Another person from his past that he forgot that he met. What a surprise.
Well, actually, they were small children.
I know, I'm messing.
And also, purposely, also it was mentioned that all these memories were erased from their memories anyways. Even if they were, even though they're small. Not the high school memories, the childhood memories of the experiments.
I mean, although actually that does raise the question, you know, if memory erasure is possible to this extent in this universe, if not through Jean, I accept that. If not through Jean, then how? Considering, well, actually, wait a minute. I might need to revise the truth.
I think that's
considering
from
that Terry's
Potions.
connected to that, maybe that's somewhat to do with it.
I think it's the potions is how it was explained how memory erasure happened.
Also, to answer this particular question, please go ahead and watch my Demon Warlock Swan Song, because that is my favorite song that I've ever done. So go ahead and give it a bit of a look.
Oh yeah. By the way, I got a question, Kenny Hearts. How did you find this again? Like, were you just browsing AFMAO content, or like, because like I haven't seen you or even heard from you in ages.
I think people actually have found these streams through browsing AFMAO content in the past. I think that actually does happen sometimes. It worked for Moonty, so why not for me?
Yeah. Anyways, let's keep watching.
All right. And yes, we know it's flashback Terry. It's obvious it's Terry in a flashback. Of course, it's flashback.
Honestly, I do have a theory that he's also being possessed right now, and partially.
Flashback Terry, Terry in the flashback, flashback Terry, Terry in the flashback. That sounds like an old
Kenny
Tabasco
Hart,
song.
you've been subbed this whole time.
Well, I mean, sometimes you need to find out if the content's for you or not. But thank you for the sub.
That's so cool.
I offered to let his boy play with mine, but he was pretty fast about getting him inside.
Oh, yes.
It's probably for the best.
Huh?
Flashback Terry, Terry in the flashback.
There's Zach now.
Terry,
Oh, God.
Terry in the flashback.
Oh, the introduction to Zach.
Hey, sorry I'm late.
It's not a problem. As long as you sign the papers, it's fine.
Then I'm glad I made it in time. Oh, is this your son?
Yes.
It's my future
My little girl is
vessel.
around his age. Hey there.
Why does that sound like the Through Her Eyes dialogue we gave Matty to say?
Hey.
What took you so long?
My daughter is having a hard time with the divorce, so I wanted to spend as much time with her as I could before I had to move.
Before Sylvana kicked you out, you mean? But yes.
I mean, I would probably kick you out, you cheating.
Well, yeah, but in the trailer, that's exactly what happened. He had to like leave right after reading AFMAO bedtime story.
Sorry about that. My son was playing with rocks and ended up bringing a ton inside. I wanted to make sure he cleaned up the new place.
You know what I said before about jamming a rock into a boiler? Now that makes even more sense.
I appreciate it. Now, let's get to signing these papers, shall we?
Oh, he's so sinister in this scene. Is he
Wait,
being
but
cool?
I thought that Zach already signed his papers, so did they not bring the signatures before? Why was Zach made to sign before everyone else was?
Hey, there's the dead dog! Who's like
yes.
immortal. Because, like, the dog should be dead. What the
we
dog doing?
We're like, why the dog alive?
TikTok meme. What the dog doing?
Yeah, who let the dogs out? More like who dug the dogs up from their graves.
Dad took away walks. He didn't take this one.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to excuse the subtitle this one time. It makes sense.
Well, it's a child.
That's why. Yeah, it makes sense. Oh, as if it were Clifford series of all time. I guess that explains your comment before. The pure dramatic irony here with Aaron Alexander, the Emeralds, dedicate the future of the Emerald secrets. The Dunn washing machine.
Yeah, apparently it's a boiler, but it looks nothing like a boiler.
It's the boiler that Zane wanted to drown Gareth in lava in. Aaron also made a premeditated murder on Gareth by causing the washroom to explode on him. That was strong enough to survive it. Yeah, you know what? I can see an Agatha Christie story that's kind of like that. You know, I can imagine that. Like the murder weapon was planted like years ago, so everyone that's like in the particular residence or something like actually wouldn't have to wouldn't know about it and.
Oh. Wait a minute.
Actually, hang on.
Candy Hearts.
Actually, possible clue plot line for the future, maybe.
I don't know. But
Candy Hearts. You didn't know that Aphmau and Ian were meant to be half siblings?
I mean, it was apparently a red herring that never got resolved, and we
apparently, but it wasn't actually a red herring. You know, okay.
Yeah.
So
but guess
a little
what?
explanation.
We found out about the theory about this. Now we can come up with a theory because of what we said before. That it turns out that because the person that Derek killed was definitely Ian's father, and Zach took him in, which is why Ian became Zach's boy. And that's what was being said.
Yeah, totally. Even though they're both werewolves, and yeah.
Well, actually, yeah, it makes more sense. They're both werewolves, so I mean.
Okay, but
Ian's got to go in a
that's
werewolf
theory territory. But okay, so in canon, basically, how it was explained in episode 10 of When Angels Fall, basically, too many dads in this series. Too many dads. Okay, Zach yelled at Michael and is like, Michael, why'd you kill her? And then Michael's like, oh,
Zach, you forget your place.
You forget your place. Something. You were willing to let your son die. This was post Ian's death, by the way.
Like, you were so disregarding of one child. I just suppose you cared as much about the other because Aphmau had just at that point.
Aphmau just died and Ian had just died. Therefore, and also and
also because like afterwards we talked about like that boy being a monster and then Ian was named specifically by name. So it was very much implied. If it was a red herring, it was a pretty good red herring until you realize.
Well, good red herrings would be something that no one would suspect. That's not.
Well, I mean, people can suspect, everyone can suspect, but then as we're getting unraveled, that's what a red herring is.
Yeah, but it just reminds me kind of how, like, in Star Wars, it was the most recent Star Wars movie, where basically, like Ben Solo, Kylo Ren was basically like, I said your parents were no one. I didn't say your grandfather was no one. When in that scene it implied that Rey was no one. Rey's parents were no ones. She's related to no one. She's connected to no one. By the way, with more dialogue on the scene.
I mean, that's a fair red herring. I don't mind that one.
Well, it basically took one line of dialogue and ignored the rest of the build-up and lines around that dialogue. Pretended that one line of dialogue was his point.
Honestly, to be fair, Star Wars have been doing that since the 70s. Remember the whole, they hunted and murdered your father. oh, but I didn't.
Yeah.
What I mentioned was that he killed the part of them that was
Yeah,
your
again,
father.
I think that was
so
a
what I said was
retcon.
true from a
I think
certain
that was
point of view.
Yeah, that was definitely a retcon.
Yes, so it's just they're just doing the same thing again. They haven't learned in like 50 years.
Anyways, bro, well, that's disturbing. Yes, that is disturbing. And I did hear at one point that apparently Jason and Aphmau decided to make Ian Aphmau's half sibling be out of spite for Ian Mao Shipper still existing. Apparently.
Wait, what?
That's what I
the
heard.
reason.
That's what I heard of someone covering it. You know, that's what I heard was the alleged reason of why it happened. I don't know if that's true or not.
Plot point. Rainer and Julius are secretly long-lost twins. There, now you can't ship them. Ha!
Oh my god.
Ha! I'm kidding, that's not a thing.
Yeah, but yeah, and yes, your brain will be malfunctioning because honestly, the whole twist is baffling in itself.
Also, do you think that Zach and Mrs. Dice are supposed to be enemies? They were never really properly enemies.
They're never really enemies.
Yeah.
It was complicated.
Yeah, I mean, besides, you've got 2 years of friendship and then, like, I don't know, a couple of months where you're, like, you know,
Months
on
of
opposite sides for a bit.
disagreements.
It's like, meh. But in the big scheme of things, like, as an immortal being, you're gonna get over that very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, the gods have disagreements all the time.
It's kind of like what Thranduil said in the Desolation of Smaug. It's like 100 years is a mere plaque in the life of an elf. I can wait. Happens all the time, you know.
Yeah, now let's get to this premeditated murder attempt by Aaron.
We're tied here.
Let's tie in here.
Shh. This is our secret.
Oh, it's our secret emerald. Ayo.
MyStreet Secret Emerald coming soon. Imagine if that was the name. Oh, hang on. Fun fact: I've actually figured out at least connected to before it was revealed that Ian and Aphmau are half siblings. I mean, if you talk about like the other child situation, I guess there are other clues there. But much like the Ghost and Emmeline reveal,
yeah, it doesn't.
There are hints, but they make no sense.
Yeah, and also, how would even the half sibling thing work? Because wasn't Ian also a sophomore with Aphmau?
Well, I mean, you can. I mean,
because I thought it was implied in Phoenix Drop High Season 2 that they were the exact same age. In the same grade.
But yeah, that can happen. They have the same father. He can sire 2 children at once.
No, I mean, like, but when Sylvana talked about it in Season 5, she was like, "Oh yeah, he had a child of another woman already," implying that the child was already born, therefore the child would be slightly older than that.
The child was born years before.
So therefore Aphmau and Ian would be in different ages, and they wouldn't be in.
Necessarily. The child being born doesn't necessarily mean it was born recently.
Maybe, but
she
I don't know.
It only means that she found out about it recently.
But like,
again, this kind of
Jacob, I'm doing what you do. I'm reading between the lines of what the dialogue that was there, and not, you know, and reading between stuff. You know what you do with all your theories.
I feel like there's a little bit of a difference there.
You do read between lines purely to get your theories across. I'm just reading between dialogue lines and what's implied there already.
Well, you know? What's implied there is it doesn't allude to either one side or the other in this instance.
Yeah.
It just reveals that Sylvana found out about a child at some point. Ian got that, like, the child could have been like a teenager or something, depending on how long Zach has been two-timing her for.
Maybe Zach is like an older man.
He's like a 40, 50-year-old, like Sylvana was like in her 20s. And he's like...
Well, maybe Zach was a teen dad the whole time, and that's why they never found out. He needed to get away from his baby mama, so he then started dating Sylvana.
Yeah, funny.
There we go.
But I'm glad now that there's a change or fixing misconceptions about their relations.
Everyone's reaction to "It's Revealed" was something. I mean, yeah. I don't think even the characters in the series.
No one in the series knew, and that was the problem. You had this big reveal, and it's like, yeah.
And also, like, again, the idea of that plot point completely misses out on a potential plot point of Aphmau rediscovering family connection with a new like little brother or big brother situation, and then realizing she's not her only child, which was mentioned a lot in the mini games about how like Daniel was her like little brother. I mean, she could actually have a brother, and she could actually have a familial relationship like that.
Yeah,
obviously,
it could have actually been Daniel. We don't know. I mean, we've seen his mum, but we've seen his dad. No. Oh, by the way, I thought it was going to be revealed in this episode. The reason I skipped over Josh's comment before about the green-haired woman being Daniel's mom is because we actually
no, it wasn't revealed. We get to see her skin again, and it's like, all right, Dr. Mom.
Yeah, that's actually the what inspired the Dr. Auntie plot point from Through Her Eyes, and arguably the most useless character ever written, Ryland Daniels. But yeah. Who always just shows up when he's not called for, and even including later on. But yeah, Aiden, how do you make Mrs. Dysart's friendship with Zach, Helen, and Trevor?
I mean,
so good?
I wouldn't say it's super amazing right now, but I mean, they're just kind of like friends, like how Trevor is friends with Zach and stuff like that. Like everyone's friends.
Yeah,
everyone knows each other.
Yeah, true.
I mean, closest may vary between each other, but like Luna and Trevor are objectively closer than, I don't know, Zach and Trevor, but they still know each other. They're still technically friends.
And
maybe
maybe they're months apart, says Candy. Yeah. Well, again, it doesn't have to be months apart. They can be like an afternoon apart. Like again, I know of like a real life situation where that kind of thing actually happens. But yeah. Sorry, I cut you off short there.
Someone's here named Jada.
Jade Roach. Hey, Jacob Butters. Fine if you don't remember me, but it's me, Susan, from a couple of years ago. Give me some clues as to where I would know you from, and then I might be able to fill in the blanks. Because the name Susan, yeah.
But hello, Jada. I am Aiden. Aiden the best.
Yes.
But I literally just call myself Aiden.
I mean, well, yeah, that makes sense. It would be a bit weird if people just called you Aiden the best in every part of the conversation.
Yes. No way. I demand to be called the best 24/7 because I have no confidence. Now give me confidence. No.
I saw a Sonic and Shadow like short one time where people dub over Sonic games, and it's like, I want to mock you later on, but I don't want to do it properly. So why don't you tell me your pronouns? I have no pronouns. You refer to me only as Shadow the Hedgehog. And then afterwards, it's like, man, he should have appeared quickly. And then the police show up was like, you use he, him pronouns. That is not Shadow the Hedgehog's preferred pronouns. Like, that was it. Okay. I'm just looking at this profile picture now, just trying to
Does she look familiar?
I mean, the profile picture certainly does.
Maybe a college person you knew, or high school.
I don't know. Honestly, possibly possibly college, high school, possibly D of E actually, because I told people about my channeling when I was doing the Duke of Edinburgh Award for an expedition. That's a thing over here.
And Josh says, isn't Adam tied to Helen too? What do you mean by that? Like, they're not related. I don't. Are you talking about friendship wise? I mean, friendship wise, the closest friend to Adam is Zach. Objectively, I mean, Helen during season 2 is slightly closer to Adam because she's around a lot more of them. So yeah. Oh, as close friends. You know what? They're close. They're closer than Luna and Trevor right now to Adam. Like Helen, because during season 1 they didn't really interact much, but during season 2 they interact a lot more because I kind of started making a main 4 by the time season 2 rolled around, which would be Helen, Alana, Zach, and Adam, which made a core 4 of the team.
Yeah.
And then it would kind of have a B squad or a squad that's more not secondary, but take less importance than them.
Maybe that's why my friendship is so good. They're the B squad. They stick together.
Because keep in mind, the only characters who appear in every episode guaranteed is Adam, Alana, Helen, and Zach. Like, they're the only characters who will appear in every episode, purely because one episode knocks a lot of those characters out of the running to be in every episode. Because some characters are in 11 episodes, some characters are in 8 episodes, some characters are in 9 episodes, some characters are in less episodes. Like Castiel, for example, is in less episodes. Like, he's like in 4. I think Key and Sam are in 4. And yeah. Like, a lot of, like, some characters just have little less screen time than others.
Yeah, there you go. Also, I guess Susan isn't going to tell me anything right now as to where I know them
Well,
from, so.
Susan, if you're still here on the stream, come back to another stream, We accept everyone coming to these streams,
Come back and tell me who you are.
Yeah. Yeah, and Candy Hearts, you should join these streams too more often. It's nice having more people in the chat.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yeah. The more the merrier, honestly. And they don't always last 2 hours, but yeah.
We're almost at 3 hours. If you add the extra 15 minutes, we're almost at a 4-hour stream for this whole thing.
I guess the episode is 39 minutes long. It was
yeah, I mean, we kind of go on random tangents or just talk about general aspects. Plus, we've been talking about the season as a whole a lot of the stream.
We talked about the series as a whole. We dissected every season and its
yeah,
value
we
dissect
a lot. Not digest. We don't.
We didn't digest it. I want to digest right now. I'm hungry. I need to digest things.
Yeah.
So yeah. We're probably going to finish off now. So in that case, thoughts on the episode. I'm gonna hold judgment right now because I haven't watched the entire thing, but I'm gonna leave I drink overall because it deserves it.
Yes.
So yeah, you go ahead and you do the summary today, Aiden.
In summary, I like the episode as a whole. I think it was a well executed finale. Some of the Derek dialogue could have been better.
Most of it.
Yeah, I mean, it could be improved, but I thought it was a decent monologue from Derek. It worked, It set up the future, and it kind of focused on Aphma's emotions. I don't know. I'm in Jess's voice acting in this episode, especially. Like, Jess's voice acting.
There's more. Apparently, the episode isn't over.
There's
still more left.
I think there isn't more left.
But wait, Aiden, hold on a second. The sun!
I don't think...
That's it. That's literally it. That was all that was left.
Yes, Josh. There's more to the episode. There wasn't anything more to the episode at all, unfortunately. I mean, I liked the episode, but even I know there wasn't more to the episode.
For the record, Josh, we have like the bar that tells us like the time, like how long it goes on for. So I at least can see it when I'm like pressing.
I couldn't see it, but even I knew it was over. I knew it was over. Anyway,
that was funny.
Although I will say, what made the episode even longer would have been adding the end card. So that's what I personally would have did, because end cards extended at least by 20 seconds.
What did you want it to like be 40 minutes? Like once it gets that threshold.
Yeah, I don't know, more ads. Anyways,
I mean,
anyways,
I
did
guess...
you just finish did the whole season just finish? Yes, that was season 2. I mean season 4. No, I mean season 2 had a good finale, but it had a trash season.
Oh, thoughts on the overall season? Oh, this one is good. Yeah, that's a good question. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. Okay, I'm gonna go first. I like it. Overall, I think I like it a little less. But me saying I like it a little less isn't being like the...
Yeah, it's not saying that you dislike it. It's just that you now see more of the flaws to it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it worked a lot. Really worked as an interesting story and stuff, and like the plot twist and especially the emotional moments really paid off in this season. Like, this was one of the few times where MyStreet actually got me emotional. Like I cannot say I cried at a lot of MyStreet. Like, I cried during season 6 at times, and I cried when Aaron died in the season. Versus in, say, in previous seasons where I never cried. Like, I'm like, oh, that's sad. Like, but nothing like an actual gut reaction to emotion.
Okay. As for me, I've rewatched quite a few bits of MyStreet many times over the years. One season that I never actually like go back and watch again is this one. That's mostly to do with the fact that I'm not the biggest fan of like the dramatic turn they took. Even though I appreciate the ambition, I just prefer the stuff that actually has the balance of light and dark. So that's just a me thing. So coming back to this, that what it means for me is that this is the first time that I actually watched this season back in 5 years. When you're actually like out of the loop of building up that mystery to begin with, and you just and also once you know of like the improvements that come, like everything else in comparison, you do realize that saying this is the best season of the series, I didn't think was accurate at the time. I still don't now. I mean, even taking out like the slow pace of the other episodes, the ones where they just like interact, they just act like complete idiots for the most of the time. Somewhat you can understand them being out of their depth, but it does get to a moment when there's just, about 3 episodes in, you think, okay, let's move it along now. So yeah, it's weird because it's one of the shortest seasons, but it feels longer because of the way that it gets paced at the beginning. But of course, the last like 4 or 5 episodes are what people remember most of all. And yes, objectively speaking, they are definitely some of the best episodes of MyStreet. And if anything, the creators themselves are the most satisfied with those ones in particular. Just watch their CinemaSins video to account for that. However, having an amazing 1/4 of a season does not equate to me thinking the overall season is as amazing as people say. So, unfortunately, because of that, my opinion on that remains unchanged.
Well, yeah, but I also feel like you, I don't know, because like I feel like when I analyze something, like not liking something as much just because you feel it's overhyped isn't actually the best reason to not like something, in my opinion. Like I have actually felt that way. A few like Pokemon, for example, back in like I think it was 2016. Rowlet was everywhere. Everyone was talking about how cute Rowlet was, and it caused me to actually hate Rowlet.
Okay.
For a period, which that was a very immature reaction, in my opinion. But I know you don't hate the season, but I'm just saying, let me just
clarify one thing. Let's clarify one thing. If I actually enjoyed parts of the season, I'm going to say them. I'm not bitter for the overhype that this actually got, and I was fully prepared to be like, oh well, okay, this is like what I've been missing out on all this time, and I've actually got to this point, but it just didn't happen for me. That's it. It's not like I'm saying like, oh yeah, it's overrated, therefore it's gonna like, I'm necessarily gonna like dislike it all the time. I've tried intentionally not to do that. That's why every time I say something like, you can see the justification after you've just witnessed as to why I've gone about and said that. And that's why, again, like the overall analysis later on comes into it. People kind of know when I'm being genuine about my reactions to stuff, like they actually like really properly like kills my brain cells versus when I'm just memeing, honestly.
Yeah.
I like to think there's a big contrast with that. Pretty Place says, I feel like I learned a lot through your guys' analysis of this series, but it's enough for me to consider rewriting it as a fanfic unless I watch the other streams I missed. Yeah, honestly, go for it. Why not? You'll have more success than the writer of Lionsgate. I remember good points you guys made, which I want to explore on the potential fanfic in the future after I finish my other projects. Yeah, why not? That's the thing. I feel like I've gone back and like I've watched, when talking about other shows and stuff, I like making my own fanfics and creations and stuff like Dragon Ball What Ifs and things. I've watched plenty of reviews of stuff. I've watched other What Ifers do their thing, some character analyses, just to make sure that I'm actually covering the bases other than just like watching the show. So I completely understand that. So yeah, why not? Best of luck to you there. I don't think we're going to end up with a Fallen of Spinner Mrs. Dysart and Zack. Most likely not.
Yeah, that'd be kind of a weird spinoff. Like, I could see maybe a potential Because one idea I did have for an actual Fallen Angels / Mutant Girl spinoff was the idea of having a mix of a myth series where we actually get to see the myths play out, but it's being taught by Mrs. Dysart. So it's like the episode would start with Mrs. Dysart being like, "Hello, class. Today I'll be teaching you that the students banter to give the students different personalities and stuff." And then she'd be like, "Today's myth will be all about, I don't know, Apollytha and Hermes." I don't know.
Okay. I think you're trying to be like, you mean like Theseus and Hippolyta from Midsummer Night's Dream? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And today, yes. And then we would go into like full on flashback territory where we would just actually get to see the myth play out, and like it would be like she's teaching it, but like we actually get to see how the myth actually happened in the context of the Butterverse, because like I have at least established in Fallen Angels that the myths, the way they've been told, don't always happen the way they actually played. Like that would been a line like, wait, the myths,
there's always like
how
different
they
versions.
there are different versions. So in Fallen Angels, I said at one point, wait, so the myths are real, sort of. But not all of them are told. Not all of them happen the way they were told, or something like that. It was like that was a short exchange, so that established the fact that there were multiple versions of myth. One version of myth is canon.
Arguably, I took one of them. I took one of the least known versions of the Medusa and Poseidon.
Well,
because
like
charitable ones. Yeah.
Yeah, because realistically speaking, you wouldn't want to be like, and then Poseidon assaulted.
No, not in the classroom.
And then she got victim blamed and got cursed. Wait, what do you mean Athena wasn't a good god?
We got it. Yeah.
I mean, there is also a more charitable version that you did, where instead, where apparently like it was a blessing. The curse was a blessing, so that was even more charitable.
Yeah, see, this is why by doing that stuff. Yeah, that I actually found that out later because Sarcastic Productions made that video like a couple of years after that episode came out.
Yeah, so there's even more charitable.
Old show.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It depends on how myths are told. Like, I mean, realistically, I would go as far as I feel like I could with some of the myths, because some of the myths are just straight up dark, some of the myths are dark in a way of like assaulting someone in a dark nature.
To be honest, I think I wouldn't have actually have chosen that that blessing version of the myth anyway, because the reason I chose Medusa and Poseidon was because Morwenna could actually relate to Medusa being branded as a monster for the role of her life. That was the reason that one was chosen.
True.
Yeah. But yeah, again, the helpless mortal suffering the will of higher beings somehow appealed to me. You know, that whole thing that Nova read whispering for some reason that I couldn't actually amplify. Anyways, that's another issue. We're done now. I'm tired and hungry, and I need to get out.
Wait, we need to address the last two chats.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought it was. I saw the same.
And then we'll end it.
Yeah. I think I want to make it as a Wattpad story with a bit of illustrated visual story like Gacha on YouTube. I feel like Gacha restricts me in some way, but I'll find another way. It might restrict you in terms of visuals or something, because I've been in that situation before.
I mean, Gacha could be hit or miss with some of its visuals and stuff. And then why aren't you
hang on. I was looking up the date for the next.
Why aren't you interested into the idea of spinning off Mrs. Dysart, one of the Fallen Angel characters? Because realistically, Mrs. Dysart will never be a combative character, so I can't spin her off with a combative character, and a lot of characters are fundamentally tied to Fallen Angels. So the idea of a spin-off with her with another Fallen Angel character,
I don't know actually, because actually she's a scholar. And having another combative character, that could become like Goku and Bulma at the start of the original Dragon Ball.
Maybe, but I don't know, because like with spin-offs of Fallen Angels, because a lot of the crew decides to like kind of stick together because they kind of become like a unit / found family trope.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's what they are. So it wouldn't really work having them separate, especially for a permanent spin-off, unless they gave a valid reason why they separated, because like that has happened once, because, again, that's another reason why I can't just have characters leave, because they're basically a family or like family at this point. They're close and they don't want to leave each other because they care about each other.
So realistically, leaving each other wouldn't make sense because I gave them that close-knit relationship versus, say with some mutant girl characters, well, yeah, but you gave a valid reason why Felix left Empress.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like, I would have to give a valid reason and a reason why they would leave. Like, they can't just leave because I'm leaving, realistically.
Isn't normal to hear your heartbeat? Oh, sorry, I shouldn't read. Does Mrs. Dysart count as family? Eventually. Mrs. Dysart's still kind of new into the fold, but yeah, eventually she is basically family. I mean, she's already related to someone who is family.
Yeah, very true. Yeah. Okay, I've worked it out. So the next stream is actually Phoenix Drop High. So Aphma's year will start on the 17th, but there's another one before that on May the 13th, actually, which is Aphma gets a boyfriend.
Oh, I wonder if there's a certain event mentioned in this episode about her.
Yeah, about Sylvana thinking
them
someone had been dating. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and so that will of course be on, like as Josh said, and I just looked up, so I don't need to say it, but we said it anyway. May the 13th.
May 13th.
Same time, same place.
5 years later.
I'll be there for the entire episode this time. So in the meantime, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters, and it's kind of done so already. And on that note, until next time. Well, sorry, subscribe to Aiden and Monet as well. Look up their channel and invest in donation. And on that note, until next time. Farewell.
Farewell.
And Driggs, says Monet in the chat.
Drugs.
Drugs.